You went there to try and find some nautical charts so you could find a accurate map of the Sea of Moving Ice, particularly where this glacier Svardborg is, so you can try and find the Frost Giant rune. Of course, the Sea of Moving Ice is very treacherous. It is a series of glaciers and icebergs, and you could imagine the weather conditions there are very harsh. It may be dangerous to actually travel by air because the sky might be obscured and you might just crash into a mountain or a large glacier or something. So you need an accurate map. You'll probably be having to fly quite low if you do head there to meander through all the different icebergs and whatnot. You once heard of a great ship that actually got sunk by an iceberg, so you want to be particularly careful.
Do we think there were Titans on that ship?
Maybe. The size of the ship, if you had to estimate, you'd say it's Titanic. And it looks like Jim's headset's not working at the moment.
No, I think I got it working now.
Oh. No.
Can you hear me?
No, we can't.
Oh, shit. I think I'm good.
Alright, so...
smart asses instead of dumbass.
So you guys have been kind of doing a bit of a kind of guerrilla tactics on Port Last, hitting some of the giants, and you've been there twice and retreated. The first time you managed to slay 6 frost giants, and the second time you managed to slay 7. And just as Roderick had managed to procure these nautical charts, 7 more frost giants had returned to this mighty frost giant longship, and you guys decided it was a good idea to flee. And you did so on the skin of your teeth. And it's about 2 hours later, and you guys have rendezvoused at your camp, which is a few miles down the Sword Coast, about 6 miles or so. And there is a small copse of trees hidden behind a hill that's relatively safe. You guys had kind of split up, so naturally that's where you'd meet back up. So you can still see your burnt out campfire, and that's where you guys are at the moment. So you're just kind of chilling around there. You've all met up. Some people take a bit longer than others, but eventually you will converge at this location. I guess you're still waiting for Roderick and his lion because he's not here yet. He'll be here soon, hopefully. If not, obviously he didn't make it out alive. So you can still hear like the sounds of the waves crashing because you're not too far from the coastline. And yeah, it's quite cold here. There's like a chill wind that washes over you. You can smell the scent of seawater. A lot of these trees they're not very green, and there is like a rocky coast just about 100 feet to the west of this map, and mangroves, and it's yeah, it's kind of muddy, this terrain. It's been raining a lot. So here you guys are.
Quick question. I don't remember Norn being blue.
That is a layer of ice that Than had sheathed you in. And
oh yeah,
Icy mantle.
Icy mantle. Right. Yeah, you've still got that because you haven't been hit. I don't think it would have expired by now either. Let me check.
Yeah, you have to decide how long it lasts because it doesn't actually say.
It'll be until you take a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
It does say, actually it'll be until a short rest, so I guess it would have worn off.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. You've defrosted. So, in the aftermath of that, you guys are all alive for the most part. However, no sign of Roderick yet. As far as you guys could remember, he did seem to have the maps on him, but he's not returned and met up with you guys here.
So we might need to check the coast to see if his body washes up.
I'm sure.
that.
I'm sure he'll be
Hopefully the
here
map.
any minute now.
If he doesn't, hopefully the map will at least.
So callous,
Practical.
pragmatic. I like it.
So, what do you guys want to do from here?
You want to collect Roderick and go back to Everland?
Yeah.
Meet with what's it?
Well, it's still only the second day of the 10 days he said he needed to get the info.
Oh, yeah, and we're about a day to Neverwinter.
It's not like you have to meet up at exactly a 10-day. It's just that's how long it's going to take for him to get the maps for you.
So we could go grab Roderick and the map, and get back to Neverwinter, teleport back to Everland, then take the ship up to the Sea of Moving Ice. Fight some more frost giants.
What do you guys think about taking a long rest?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll take a long rest once we get back to Neverwinter, I imagine.
Right.
Or before that. I'm not saying do all that in a day.
Just don't want to leave them back there. You know, they ransacked that town, and it's not safe along the road. I bet travelers go up and down.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I think it's.
well,
This
you can't go back and finish them off.
there wouldn't be any travelers now. Faerun is in an absolute state. Most small villages have already been destroyed, and trade is all but halted. If anything, you'll see lines of refugees leaving some settlements to go to larger cities for protection. But you wouldn't imagine you would see a single caravan on this road. If you did, they would be coming to their death.
I think I feel like we've done what we need to do there. That we've stopped them from being able to spread any farther and sack any more towns. Without
If you
there
go,
might be bigger fish to fry.
yeah, and if you go inland more, you would see trade caravans. But because of the Mirror of Dead Men, trade from Waterdeep, it doesn't head all the way up to like Luskan along the coast. People go inland and they would head through Tribor, Long Saddle, and up to Mirabar. They wouldn't. This is a very hostile part of the Sword Coast that you're in fact, as you can tell from the Frost Giants raiding Port Laston, the state of Neverwinter, and also that's without including the usual raiders that come. Neverwinter Woods is pretty safe, but sometimes, you'll see Reghead barbarians raid these settlements, and sometimes some orcs will come from mountains and whatnot. So it's a pretty unhospitable location that you're in right now. So you guys want to head for Neverwinter and hope that Roderick will meet you there?
Yeah, I guess.
That'd be my vote.
Yeah. Maybe leave some kind of. What do you have like?
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I can, after we take a long rest, if we haven't found him, I can try to send a message. Or, to him.
Okay. You guys, did you want to leave something at the camp for him? A message or a note?
Yeah, at the camp or
Sure, yeah.
where we came ashore, where we left, maybe. Because he didn't come to this camp, did he, or did he?
This is where isn't this where we met, or before we went onto the water, isn't this where we were?
Yeah. This is the camp that you're at before you head to Port Last, on the road to Neverwinter. He knows to meet you guys here.
He's a freaking dwarf. Can he read?
Of course he can read.
If it's written on a piece of stone, he'll be able to read it.
We can write it with rocks. Might speak Dwarvish, actually. Hold on.
Just use small word.
Well, you have to if you're writing on
No,
those.
I
rocks.
definitely don't speak Dwarvish.
Well, he speaks common.
Yeah.
I'll just leave my my good pal here. My
Your invisible friend?
Yes. To call. I'll just leave to call here. Tell him to be invisible, stay in a tree, and wait for Roderick. Let him know where we went.
Okay, you're cutting in and out a lot there. I can barely hear you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have to call. Go ahead and stay here in a tree, invisible, and wait for Roderick to get here, and then let him know where we went.
Okay. Alright, with that, you guys begin your journey down the coast. And it's, I think it was about a day journey. Yeah, it's about a 1 day journey down to Neverwinter. So you guys start heading down the Sword Coast. And it's already noon, pretty much, by the time you leave. You travel through noon, and you head on till dusk. I think, so yeah, you've been traveling, you guys have been traveling for about 10 miles or so now along the Sword Coast. There's an old trail here. It's just a dirt trail. It's seldom used in recent times. And it's like an old tradeway. It used to be the high road. So, what is your range of telepathic communication with your familiar? A mile?
It's any distance as long as we're on the same plane.
Okay. Alright, so far he hasn't seen anything, just a few birds fluttering around. But then, at nighttime, as you guys are stopping to make camp, you're expected to arrive at Neverwinter the following morning. Your familiar, he can make a stealth check. There's something coming. Just need to check something. Alright, he sees a heap of frost giants coming his way. 7 of them, in fact. They all carry large sacks over their shoulders. And they happen upon the camp. The familiar tries to conceal its location. However, it rustles a couple of leaves. And it snaps a twig in the tree. And 2 frost giants nearby detect it. And it relays this information to, like, instantly. What does your familiar do?
He'll fly away.
Alright, he can make a dexterity check. As it starts flying away, a frost giant tries to throw a rock at it. Alright, he's a little bit quicker to act, and he flies, 120 feet in a turn?
Nope, 80.
Okay, here comes the rock at disadvantage. You lose communication with your familiar.
Okay.
He lasted a long time, though.
Yeah, surprisingly.
With that, armed with that information, it sounds like the frost giants are traveling in your direction, and they may very well happen upon you while you're camped here the same night.
Captain, how many were there?
7.
7.
the ones that we left on the boat. I imagine.
I guess we better kill them if they're not staying put. We don't want them marauding around, do we?
You wouldn't imagine they would be callous enough to come to Neverwinter. They would probably, if they're heading along that road, they're obviously either tracking you or they're going to go around Neverwinter. They wouldn't approach the city. I mean, Neverwinter has been badly destroyed and it's still recovering from the eruption of Mount Hope now, but they would probably hold their own against 7 frost giants, maybe, if the guards didn't just flee instantly. It would be... If you guys were there, they wouldn't be able to assault Neverwinter. If you guys weren't, maybe they would even take Neverwinter. There are 7 of them. You're not sure what their intentions are, though.
We should take Neverwinter.
You could probably take
That's what you
Neverwinter.
got from all that?
That's exactly the quest I was reading between the lines there.
They actually might be coming for me to finally rule them. The Frost Giants. So, me or Norin. They might want Norin. I can't really dispute that, but I think it's me.
I don't know.
If you guys did a forced march, you'd reach Neverwinter before daybreak.
I think we should do that. I got nothing left in my gas tank to help.
Yeah, and how far ahead are we from the camp that we left? You said it was nightfall now?
Yeah, you've traveled about 20 miles. So you're about 20 miles away. They move a lot quicker than you guys, though. They'd catch up to you before daybreak if you camp where you are now.
Yeah, let's just push on.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, you guys do a forced march, so you're going to march through the night, and everyone can make a con save against exhaustion. Lily, you are feeling kind of tired. You suffer a level of exhaustion. It's nothing really serious though, because as soon as you go to sleep, that'll go away. And yeah, you managed to outpace the frost giants. No sign of them. You don't see them coming up behind you at any stage. And day has broken. You can see this auburn sunset rising up from the horizon and kind of illuminating the tops of this view of Neverwinter and creating a dark shadow and the large scar that cuts through the city as you're up on a bit of a grassy knoll overlooking the city at this stage. You guys head on in, and you only staying for a short while. You didn't have to pay any sort of tax, and you enter Neverwinter. You enter from the north gate, and this is basically like the area where the nobility live in Neverwinter. There are different districts in Neverwinter, but you can easily find a nice inn for you guys to stay in. It costs you all of 6 gold pieces, and that includes any animals or mounts that you guys have. Not that you have any here. It also includes a nice meal and whatnot, so you guys can all take a long rest. Meanwhile, when you go back to another city, there'll be like a massive bill of your mounts, like 18 mounts that have been staying there for like 3 months.
Back there. That's our solution. We just don't go back.
Good God, look at this as a Thomas.
Thomas uses wild magic, becomes a giant, and takes over the city.
It's just he uses the long rest.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have just gotten a room at a tavern. The name of the tavern's not really relevant at all. You're only stopping here for a short while. Of course, the frost giants don't approach Neverwinter. And you do see armored knights walking around on the streets the next morning as you have just checked out of the tavern. And you see holy symbols of Helm and Torm and Tyr. And they seem to be have a very strong presence in the city. Even with a handful of these knights, they wouldn't stand up to a large-scale frost giant attack. But they are on high alert. There is quite a formidable retinue of guards at each gate, at least 20 guards with a captain, and then a few knights and whatnot of Helm or Torm. As you guys know, that this city is a member of the Lord's Alliance, so they have support from surrounding major cities in Faerun. You couldn't imagine giants taking any of the major cities of Faerun, but it's the hamlets, the villages, and the smaller settlements, little hovels of halflings and gnomes that are suffering the most, as well as all the farmers in the small farmsteads that dot Faerun. So everyone's very somber here. No one really says hello to you on the streets. Everything's kind of depressing quite here in Neverwinter. And there are people crying out against Lord Neverember on the streets. And there are members of these of the Order of the Gauntlet punishing those trying to speak against Lord Neverember. Other than that, this place probably doesn't intrigue your characters very much, more than just a place to get some respite. No sign of Roderick yet.
So during my morning prayers, I'll get the sending, and then I'll cast it and try to send a message to Roderick.
Okay.
And I'll ask him, "Where the fuck are you, dwarf?" We're in Neverwinter.
He responds and just says his lion wasn't very good at swimming, and he ended up having to skirt around to the north of Port Last, and then he scouted out the frost giants a little bit to see what their operations were, and he saw them all packing up, taking everything off their ship and heading south. So he followed them, and he says that they've skirted around Neverwinter, and that they're traveling towards Helm's Hold, or towards the coast south of Neverwinter, and that and then bam, he's like right behind you. And he says, "Turn around," and then
he's just sending that text as he's walking towards us.
Yeah, isn't that awesome when that happens?
He's down in the common room.
I've totally done that.
You hear the last few words aloud and in your head.
Yeah. So he's met up with you guys, and he has this massive scroll case that contains a map of the Sea of Moving Ice and the location of the Svardborg, which is the name of the glacier in which the Berg of the Frost Giants are located.
Awesome.
So we don't need to wait the 10-day unless we need to prepare, right?
Can't make out what you're saying.
Almost any of that.
Yeah, we don't need to wait for the 10-day, right?
Oh, we can go get our ship and go to the north.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wait doing nothing for those 10 days, certainly.
Seems like a waste.
Yeah, they're going to procure the maps for you of the hill giant steading and the surrounding isles and whatnot. But that is just something they will do for you if you're planning to put a stop to those hill giants. And once the maps are procured, they'll be there ready for you.
You guys want to go take care of those frost giants? Since they seem to be a problem?
I think we should head to the north, to the Sea of Moving.
Head to where? Sorry.
The thing we got the map for. Go get the ship.
Svardborg.
So we have to teleport to Everland, pick up our ship.
How much time did we spend in this city today so far?
It's morning. you've had about you haven't, because of the forced march, you still actually haven't had any time to copy spells, Lily, unfortunately.
No lot of time on the ride to see moving ice.
It'll be a nice leisurely journey across the
Oh yeah,
iceberg.
of course. Because nothing will go wrong.
Judging from the map, the journey from Everland to Svardborg is it's going to take you guys about 7 days, give or take, wind conditions and any other setbacks.
So it'll definitely take longer.
What sort of services were you looking for, Lily?
Well, it was spellbook services.
Yeah, they can like give you guys I mean, you can buy some spell scrolls and stuff here. Although the Neverwinter is in a bit of a state at the moment, they still have all the regular shops and whatnot. Lion Shield, Costa, adventuring gear, weapons, armor, some potions, some spell scrolls. Is there anything in particular looking for?
I was planning to try to scribe a dimension door.
That would take a full day.
So it doesn't sound like we have time for that.
Well, it's up to you guys. Dimension door, that's 4th level.
I mean, if you get a
Yeah,
scroll,
you could probably get that. You could probably find that in a library or something.
If you can find a scroll, then we can just bring it with, and you can copy it out of that.
Yeah.
That would actually be more expensive, but time saving.
It's not vital right now, guys. Don't worry about it.
We are
Keep the
not.
circle.
It would cost you 500 gold pieces in total, including the cost for your ink. Sorry, no. That would be if you were to stay in the library and do it. To get a spell scroll of that made, it would be 800 gold pieces, including the cost of the ink it costs to scribe the spell.
Do we have that?
Oh yeah, yeah, we definitely have that much.
Roderick says, we'd have a whole lot more if we'd plunder all those shiny gold pieces I've seen in the ship.
Keep all
Hold
that
on.
copper.
It
Alright,
wasn't confirmed. It was copper or gold.
All right, so 800 gold.
yeah.
Cool. I'll take
Alright, you can
Love it.
just basically try and copy that now, Lily. It's I think it's an Arcana check to copy a spell scroll. Let me double check. Spell scrolls. Here we go. So yes. Copying. Wizard spell on a spell scroll can be copied. Just the spells and spell books can be copied. You must succeed an Arcana check. DC 14.
Oh, this will go well.
And that takes
Okay,
you.
so
that will
just an
take you.
Arcana check?
Yeah, a full eight hours while you're on the airship.
Okay.
But after you slept, so your exhaustion goes.
Exhaustion.
Yeah, it was some.
Exhaustion's already gone. You guys have woken up like. I guess it would be like late afternoon when you wake up, because you would have slept like in the morning and woken up later in the afternoon.
So just do the check now.
Yeah. Okay.
Had it easy.
You spend the full 8 hours. This will be like, once you've left Everland. You spend the full 8 hours copying the spell scroll, and at the very end you've articulated it in your own manner into your spell book, and the scroll disintegrates. And that is now embedded into your spell book. You've learned disintegrate spell scroll at the same time. Okay, so teleportation circle to Everland? Is that the plan?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay. You guys do a teleportation circle to Everland. And you come here, you pay the fees to have your ship docked. You're only gone for 2 days, so it costs a total of 6 gold pieces. You pay that. You've got enough supplies for several weeks' journey. Well, actually, you've got way more than that because of thanks to Cloth, the red dragon that gifted you the airship. And any final business in Everland before you guys take off?
Tell them we'll be back in a couple of weeks, hopefully, to get that map.
Who are you telling? You want to drop by the Moongleam Tower?
Yeah, we should. Let them know at least we're here.
Alright.
And then we found a map.
You can
Intend to do it.
leave a message, but Maester Crowin is not available for a meeting when you guys return. But you can leave him that message. So you do that with like the clerk at the reception of Moongleam Tower. And
Just
you guys...
checking in. We're gonna go kill some giants and come back for that map.
Okay, you
They
guys...
probably got a map of that area up there as well, right here. Something close to that. It would
Of
show
the-
them like where we're going.
Sea of Moving Ice?
Right.
Oh, everyone knows where the Sea of Moving Ice is. You can just tell them. You could tell
we
them
can tell
an
them
exact
where we're
location.
going. Right. Yep. We'll mark it on their map to let them know.
Lily just make the suggestion you guys pick up some more climber kits.
And it
Don't
looks
we
like
already have one? Like
I don't
everybody
think-
should have one?
I don't think we all have one. I think like half of us do. And does
I
everybody
thought
have?
more.
But everybody has cold weather gear too, right?
Yes. Although I'm lacking some warm weather gear.
Yeah, you guys
So
will need
so
to
bikini.
have cold weather gear, otherwise you're going to be freezing there. All right.
We should all have that anyways.
Yeah, everyone
So
should
We had it from before, unless we got rid of them.
So anybody that doesn't have a climber's kit, let's get one for you.
I know that Roderick needs one because I always give him mine to use.
Okay,
Why
they're
do we use
25
I have
gold
one
pieces each.
already.
I'll just cast fly. I really don't trust my.
You should have it just in case you can't, though. Just in
Just in
case.
case somebody else needs it. Okay.
In case you can't.
In case you don't have any spell slots.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we just buy 3 and put them in the party loot?
Okay.
Yeah, with the climber's kit, you can't fall more than 25 feet. So it's 25 gold pieces. So how many do you need?
I think
We'll
3.
just buy 3, 3 extra, because I know some of us already have them, so.
Okay.
it'll be fine.
Alright, you guys begin the journey from Everland to Svardborg. Nyzeroth is on the helm. And you've shown him on the map where you guys need to go. And he just wants to like talk to you guys because obviously this is going to be a very dangerous journey. And from the nautical charts, basically what the Svardborg is an iceberg with a series of lodges that are perched on sheer cliffs of ice, about 50 feet above the sea level. The cliffs seem to be about 10 feet high near the lodges, so you think you could easily climb up onto the iceberg to gain access to the lodges if you need to. There is a wide cleft in the center of the iceberg, creating like a hollow heart of this massive iceberg. And you would imagine that you'll be spotted on the airship if you fly over that. And if that happens, it's probably not going to be good news for you guys. Giants can throw rocks for hundreds of feet, and you don't know what sort of siege weapons they have. Alright, Lord Captain says that he's going to give 100 gold pieces to his parents before he leaves, so he goes off to do that. As you guys stop by Everland. and you've taken off now. So, Nizeroth just says, well, it's a good thing we have this airship. Could you imagine trying to traverse the sea of moving ice in a waterborne vessel? That would be suicide. Huh. We should avoid a long icy sea voyage. Is there any particular plans that you have? Anywhere you would want me to wait for you? I do presume I'm going to be waiting somewhere not near the iceberg for you all. Right?
Of course. We wouldn't want rocks to riddle the airship and make it go down.
Great.
That would be bad.
So how are you planning to get from the airship to the iceberg? I'll have to bring her down low. There'll probably be quite a lot of thick fog there, and it could be very risky trying to traverse a thick fog going through the air. We could just suddenly crash into something. So I'll bring her down so we can float on the sea. This thing, she does well in the ocean, just as well as she does in the sky. I can drop anchor. It should be fairly shallow. It should be shallow enough for me to drop anchor around the area around the iceberg. How will you get from the airship to the iceberg?
That's a good question. We don't have a dinghy.
We can.
You have
Yeah,
me.
walk on water.
We can walk on.
water
We
again?
can walk on water.
And there's a ritual.
Alright. And I'll just wait for you for your return.
That's correct.
Yeah, if we're not back to
Unless
any,
you,
we can go.
if you're in danger, then you must do what you got to do to get away.
And how will you return to the civilized lands if that happens?
We will be in touch. Prepare to receive a message from me.
Very well. And how long shall I wait for you? Just in case you don't return. Not that I think that would happen.
How long are we planning on staying here? Like a day or two, at the most.
Well, I mean,
We'll be back within the hour.
I mean, it shouldn't take more than. It shouldn't take the whole day. I would suspect to raid this place. A few hours at most.
Yeah, if we're not back in 48 hours, then go.
48.
Back in
48 hours.
a month. In a month.
A month.
Just wait a month.
No.
Just to be safe.
A
Go
month.
get supplies.
He's got plenty to eat.
You've got to be kidding me. 48 hours seems reasonable. After we land,
Yeah.
I'll anchor. I'll wait for 48 hours, and if you don't return, well,
If you don't hear from us within 48 hours.
yes.
Then.
Okay.
Fly the.
Sounds good.
If you do not hear from us, still fly the ship back to. Fly it
Everland?
back to Everland, and hopefully we can meet you there.
Judging from these maps and nautical charts you provide me with, we should be able to actually land on the outer docks. There's also a few landing zones that I've pointed out. There seems to be some patches of ice and snow. We could land somewhere. I'll let you pick when we get there. You can decide exactly where we land. But I would advise you against flying over the top of the iceberg. It looks like it's open to the sky. Is this understood?
Sounds good.
Me.
Alright. It'll be a 4-day journey. And you guys take off. Alright, you guys fly from Everland. And the Dragon Cultist is going to plot the course using all the information that you've gathered about Faerun. Mainly, he's concerned about this cloud castle. He doesn't want to fly near it. So he plots a course to basically skirt around the Evermoors. And you guys travel for a full day, and then another day, 2 days, and you're just past the Evermoors. There hasn't been any trouble whatsoever. Everyone should be fully rested up at this stage, with all your spell slots, hit die, and whatnot. A third day passes, and you start to travel over the Desserin Valley, River Sovereign, and it's about halfway through this second day when suddenly the lookout, one of your lookouts, yells out, "Incoming! Dragon!"
Are we flying through the nights? Sorry, just to interrupt.
Yeah. You're flying constantly. You go about 100 miles a day. The airship doesn't need to stop for any reason. It's powered by fire elemental, air elemental.
And only 10 feet above the ground.
You're flying at least 6,000-7,000 feet. Alright, so yeah, you guys quickly jump up to the main deck, and you see a green dragon circling the vessel. He looks like a young green dragon, but he starts to swoop in at you guys, opening his mouth to strafe you and the vehicle, the vessel, with his breath weapon. We're gonna roll initiative.
Greetings, friend.
Ah, hello, friend.
Alright. Oh, also you got Tikal back there, Jarek. Alright.
Is this like the second day you said?
Yes. So you've got your spell copied by now, Lily.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So you guys jump to the deck. Trout on the lookout. Actually, sorry, one of the dwarves will be on the lookout. One of the shield dwarves will be up on the lookout and yells that out that the dragon's incoming. So it's got like a spiny frill, glistening green scales. They're quite vibrant, suggesting that it's only a young dragon. But it does have a mouthful of poisonous gas, and it's coming straight in at you guys. So we're going to roll initiative.
You guys worship dragons? Talk to him.
The dwarf blows this giant horn that you guys still haven't sold yet.
She's horny.
Okay. So dragon's at about deck height. And Nizaroth is just steering the vehicle, so that's what he does for his action. He's keeping the airship afloat, steering, and the dragon's easily keeping up. Sam, you're up.
Oh, all right. All right. Is that thing within 60 feet of us?
It's 60 feet away from you, exactly. 8 square is fine.
I will command it to approach. In Draconic.
Okay.
Nice.
It fails, and on its turn, that's exactly what it'll do. Approach.
Oops.
It
And
just rolled for a shield dwarf. That's why it reset the turn order. Anything else for your turn, Dan?
no, it's not. I can't do anything else really with bonus action right now.
All right, Trout. Just
I can't hide anywhere, right? That wouldn't make sense.
You could go below deck and hide if you want.
No, that's fine. That's fine. End of turn.
All right, Trout is on the ballista and swings it around, aims it at the dragon. Takes 3 actions to fire the ballista. Load, aim, and fire. It's already loaded, so he aims it.
The ballista, firing the ballista is a dexterity thing, right?
It's just a flat +6. There's no extra bonus or anything like that if you're a full deck there. It's a siege weapon, so it's got its own attack roll.
Oh, well, let's see if this works. I want to run over here. I'll take that, and I'll use an action to aim it.
Okay. It's already aimed,
Uh,
so you can just fire it.
Oh, it's already.
He
I
just
can
aimed
fire
it.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's a +6, and then it does 3d10 damage. I'll get you a macro for it too for next time.
20 plus 6. 19.
That hits the dragon.
Nice.
What's the damage again?
3d10.
Looks like we're having dragon soup.
Okay, I think I've done up a bit of a macro there. Alright, that ballista spear, it clips a dragon's wing, shredding through it slightly.
Alright. Yeah, and I'm giving it plenty of room there so it can fly on in. Because I heard the command. So that. Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, the dragon just swoops straight on in and flies straight up to Than, hovering in the space 5 feet above the deck of the ship. Ends its turn. It's very close to you guys, and you can see it's barely got any scars. All of its scales are glistening condition. Thomas.
Well, let's see how well I can aim something really big.
Fireball.
Oh, cloud kill. Get him with poison. That's the right thing, right? So move this one square left. There we go.
I hear a bit of a buzz and a snap in the air. And the dragon, he just sort of screeches. Get out of my head, you little creature! He roars at you furiously, and he's looking like he doesn't enjoy that very much.
Uh-oh.
I'll
Kill him quick, guys.
Alright, he's going to just going to snap his maw at you, Thomas, as you move away. Opportunity attack. And an 8 is a miss. He completely misses you.
Good thing he didn't have advantage.
then I'll hide in here so I can cast Mage Armor next turn.
When he chomps as well, a little bit of poisonous gas extrudes from his mouth. Rend, dragon's right up
Alright, so I need
on top
so
of you.
back up out of the square there. Is the ship flammable or not flammable?
It's made of wood. It's pretty flammable.
Then I'll just use the giant slayer.
It's got like ballast and stuff. I mean, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just won't use the flame tongue up here.
The flame tongue wouldn't catch it on fire unless
Oh, it
you
wouldn't?
hit the ship with it. Then it would.
All right.
Fire.
Then, first thing, I'll go ahead and rage. And reckless attack. Let's see. Since I've already used my bonus action, disregard. If I hit, disregard the flame damage.
That hits.
Okay. So no flame damage there, just the other.
Alright, you slash into the dragon's side, sheathing off some scales.
All right. Once more.
And you hit it again. Searing another deep wound into its side. It hisses at you some more.
All right. And I'll stay there.
To Carl.
It's gonna have him fly below deck. So however he would get there.
Okay.
I say
The entrance is down here.
Down there.
There's like some stairs you can go down.
Yeah, he'll just fly down the stairs and then yep.
Alright, I'll take him out of initiative. Lily.
Okay, I think we'll bring out the hand and have it try to grab the dragon.
Okay. It's a strength check using the hand strength. Where did you want to cast it?
Yeah, where you put it's just fine.
Okay.
around its throat.
What's the other strength check though?
It's a D20 plus 8. Alright, 16.
Huh.
15. It's a failure.
Perfect.
Alright, the hand grabs onto the dragon, and that one is...
I don't think there's any damage at first, right?
It's a
It
grapple.
just grapples.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can use your bonus action to have the hand crush it. And that's 2d6 plus your spellcasting mod. Alright, it just squeezes onto the dragon.
And then I'm just gonna like pop down the stairs, like down below deck.
Alright, it screeches. Ah! Alright, you head to the below decks.
Oh, thank you. Had to scroll back to find my butt.
Jarek.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a Hexblade Curse on him.
Okay.
30 feet. I will then cast. That's a bonus action. Yep. Then I'm going to cast Agonizing Blast on him. Nothing come up.
No.
Again. Don't know.
There we go. That's a hit.
So that's good. All right. Sorry, I tried it twice because it didn't come. It did actually take about 10 seconds to come through that. So
That's a
here's
crit.
the first one.
Both of them hit. Second one's a crit. It slams into the dragon's side, and it kind of punctures a hole into its torso, and then another beam actually cuts a hole directly through the dragon's side, leaving this small hole through the dragon's torso that's now bloodied, and the dragon screeches, "Ah!" And it looks like it's in a bit of a state now.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move to the back of the ship, and then I'm gonna.
Did you get your Hexblade's curse damage in there?
I did.
Got that in there? Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, the shield dwarf is just blowing the horn again. Dragon! She yells out.
We already know. It's fine.
Alright, Nizaroth is still steering the ship, and he just yells, "Get that thing the hell off of here!" Than.
Is it landed on the ship, or is it
It's
hovering?
5 feet above the ship, grappled by the big bee's hand.
And the size of this thing would overbear the ship if it landed on the ship?
I want to knock it out of the hand's grasp. He's grappled and restrained. Or grappled.
It
Oh, right.
Yeah, it could maybe slow the ship down. Yeah, it's quite a heavy dragon. You're already at kind of maximum capacity.
Then I will command it. Maybe. So Big B's hand has got a restraint, but the restraint, how restraint works, like on its turn, it can break
Restrained?
the grapple, right?
I don't think it has
Or
a
what's-
restraint. It has it grappled.
So what does grappled mean?
It means
Or yeah, it can't move, right?
yeah.
Unless it breaks the grapple on its turn.
Maybe it could do that, but it's grappled, and then there are several things that could make it not grappled. It really depends. If it leaves Big B hand reach, then yeah, it won't be grappled.
Okay, I will command it to stay.
Okay,
Draconic.
Alright, the dragon makes a wisdom save.
No, it saves.
It's got synaptic static. I clicked it. Oh, there we go. 16.
That's a save. Yeah, my DC 16.
All right, this time it doesn't listen to you.
And I will bonus action put the help action on it. Then I will go below deck.
Okay. All right, Trout just starts like yelling at the dragon. Feeble dragon, you're aboard the mighty cloth ship. You will have respect. You will bow to us in the name of the mighty cloth. And then that's all he does. The dragon's not listening to him though. Shut it! I'll rip your throat out, you little servant. Be on.
And I stab him in the throat.
That hits. You shave off a couple of scales around the dragon's neck and cut through its frill. It's got a bit of fight in it, this one. Alright, you mark it. Unwavering mark. It's got like 100 different status effects on it now.
It's kind of neat when you have all the icons.
And it's a crit.
I smite. No, I don't.
Right, you plunge the trident into the dragon's neck.
Smite.
And 3 little droplets of blood start to create this stark contrast on the green scales of the dragon as they ripple through down, splashing onto the deck. Dragon's just hissing and it's going crazy, just trying to escape, really.
Yeah, it's probably not in the best of moods. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Thought I hit my EOT button.
Alright, it's going to actually just try to escape. So it's going to try and escape the grapple. Big B's hand needs to make a strength check. Or does that only... It keeps it grappled, right? The Big B's hand?
16?
Okay, yeah. Is it opposed grapple, right, for Big B's?
It should be. I'll check the spell, but I think that...
I'm just looking it up now. The compendium's being really slow. Alright, I'll just rule it like that.
I mean, that's
anyway.
just the way grappling works, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for this.
Well, it's a spell, so it's completely different than usual. Alright, so while the hand is grappling a target, bonus action to crush it. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, it also has if it's huge or smaller. If it's smaller than the hand, it also has advantage, which is not. Alright, the green dragon tries to escape. And it fails. Because of synaptic static. Oh wait, let me make it its intelligence check. I completely... Oh no. It does that now at the end of its turn. It wasn't statusized before Thomas's turn.
Makes sense.
It's still got a minus D6 onto that.
Oh, yeah. So maybe not. Roll a 2.
It's being really slow. I'll click it again. Either way. 17?
Oh, that's my
Oh, that's
Alright,
your DC.
It shrugs the synaptic static. And that's the end of its turn. Still grappled.
It's dead.
Thomas.
Well. You know what? I might. Yeah.
So, like, do you think it was just trying to get some food, or?
Oh,
this
but it's, yeah.
It was ready to spray its breath weapon on us.
You're just gonna hit it again.
Jesus!
I am. I'm gonna hit it again.
That's funny.
Okay.
It's the new fireball.
I mean, it's fireball with some riders, so it's pretty nice.
Alright, it fails and it hisses again as it shakes its head about. Dragon's looking quite badly hurt.
All right, Rand, end this fool.
And I'll, just in case he does break free, I'll quicken a ray of frost to try to slow it. That probably missed.
Roll on the wild magic surge table as well, Thomas.
You should have advantage. No.
Here comes the fireball. Oh.
I say, damn it!
Alright.
I'll be right over here, guys! And I run below deck.
Nizeroff just like grabs his ears. What the hell? You don't need to yell like that, Thomas. I'm driving here. Alright, the ray of frost does miss the dragon. So it just kind of ducks down. It's basically pinned onto the deck at the moment. Rend.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Oh, thing didn't pop up. I'll use my bonus action to ignite the flame tongue.
Okay.
And then reckless attack.
Alright, that just hits it.
Oh.
Alright, you see the flaming greatsword along the dragon's neck. Blood is just pissing out onto the deck of the ship. It's about to go down.
Alright, once more.
And that's another hit. The dragon kind of reels up as the hand just squeezes around its neck and you slice a big swathe into its underbelly. And the dragon is just yelling at you all in Draconic, just swearing and saying that how it's going to enslave you all. Lily.
Optimistic.
So use the bonus action to squeeze it.
Okay. And the big bee's hand just breaks its neck. Dragon's head just lolls over to the side, and its wings flap down loosely, and then it just falls onto the deck lifeless. Just like that, it's dead.
So maybe I should mention how heavy is the dragon?
You could make an investigation check.
I just meant, is the ship slowly sinking now?
Can Big B's hand hold it aloft while we skin it?
Yeah, wait though. I want to try to get a couple scales.
I'm just
We're
thinking
right here, Thomas.
the ship can only hold so much weight.
Nizeroff just says, get what you need from it, throw it overboard.
Sounds good.
I hope we're over a populated area.
A skinned dragon. Oh
Just
my
a de-skinned, de-clawed, de-boned.
Alright, you can take a few scales off of it easily. If you want to actually skin it, though, that will take a short rest.
I don't know. I mean, what do we need to? Do we need
Nothing.
to hide for anything?
No, we don't need any. We don't even
You could
need
use it
scales
for
this.
crafting magic item, basically.
There's a lot of fun things.
We're catching our balloon.
Or if you do a really good job, someone will probably buy it. Yeah, you could also make take it back to the dwarves in of the north, and they could reinforce your balloon with green dragon hide. There are several uses
shit.
for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're skinning this thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Let's skin
yeah.
it. I'm right in there with my skinning knife.
All
Anybody
right.
good at surviving in the out? Might be better at it.
I'll guidance myself and whoever else.
Only if it's an athletics check.
It's a 1 hour thing, so you wouldn't be able to use guidance. But
It's a spiritual guidance.
you can
I
either
I have a proficiency with survival, so could I like help Fan? As he you have proficiency too, right? Fan?
I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys can work together then.
I'll help him to
Okay.
give him advantage.
All right then. Yeah, it could either be a nature check, a survival check, or a sleight of hand check. And you get a flawless young green dragon hide with not a single
Nice.
poke in the hide. So it's like one whole hide. No imperfections. You probably sell it for a few hundred gold pieces, or you can take it back and get it put on your airship. And then Trout, like once you've done skinning it, he's like grabbing onto a wing. Someone help me with this thing!
You can mount the head on the front of the ship.
Yeah, I was just gonna say let's cut the head and mount it on the bow.
I'm sure that won't bother
We're
Cloth.
savages.
No, he'd be glad. Less competition.
Next time we see Cloth, we've got a dragon head on the.
He won't
dragon
care.
cultist.
It's a green dragon. They eat these for breakfast.
As long as it's not his head on the front.
Yeah.
I'll help old dude throw him over the side.
Yeah, no, I'll help for sure.
No
Let's
head?
discard this.
Yeah, we'll cut the head off, right?
Yeah, cut the head off.
Yeah, let's cut the head off.
Okay, there we go.
Let's pike that shit.
Nice.
Well, listen, if we put
Nice.
the actually that might attract or who knows what can happen. It'll be an adventure.
Especially once it starts deteriorating some.
When Mama
an ancient
Green Dragon comes
an
by.
ancient dream dragon flies by. Anyone seen my son? Ah!
Let's keep a cloak over it. We'll hood it. We'll put a hoodie over it.
We'll paint it blue.
Ancient blue dragon flies over.
All right. Then you guys lift the dragon carcass and throw it overboard.
Yeah, hopefully we're not over a city, just like you said.
Strangely enough, the dragon cultists don't seem to care about that, whether you're over a city or not. But no, you're over actually like the Desserin Valley and the Sumber Hills, so it's just probably going to be like, I don't know, hill giant food or something like that. The wolves will get to it.
Or an adventure camp. So who knows?
They're
All right.
getting ready to start their day.
You've still got 2 days journey. So let me just check a couple of things. Alright, you guys travel the rest of the day and you can take a long rest, get back all your resources. The next morning, the weather is quite bad. It's really heavy rain. And it's a bit of a storm. It could actually set the ship off course somewhat. And Trout just calls you guys up for some guidance as to what to do. It's raining really heavily. Strong winds. Strong rain.
I'm kind of trying to talk over the rain. Would it be better if we would land?
It's really pissing down today. You want to land?
Perhaps
Would it be better?
let's lower the altitude at the very least. To see if there is a reasonable area to take shelter out of this storm.
Well, how
Or
high?
above it,
How high are
right?
the rain clouds? Yeah.
Right above it.
It's not just the rain, it's the wind. I can take it above the storm. We'll have to go through it for a few hours, though. And we're going to be at the mercy of the strong winds. It will blow us off course.
How far off course?
I can't say. Could be 20 miles, could be 80 miles.
You can say you work for us. Don't keep secrets from it.
I'm just guessing. If we're in any luck, it'll only add a few hours to our journey. It's just a bit of a storm.
Can we skirt
Well,
it
you called us up here, so you're suggesting we go higher,
or around it?
above the clouds?
I can navigate through it. I just wanted your guidance, whether you wanted me to land or not.
I think we go through it.
Just cast guidance on it.
Let's wait. But if we get to the shore, let's not go out yet.
Oh, you're not in the shore.
Let's just push through then.
Right. And he pushes through the storm. And you guys are in luck. You're only blown off course by about 30 miles. So it's just a few hours setback for your journey.
Cool.
So you're kind of blown to the south a bit more, of course. You could be flying over Neverwinter Wood. And the remainder of your journey, the next few days, I'm just going to see how that goes. So far, it's been 3 days. So 4 days left to go. Alright, the weather's been quite good for the next day. So you make a journey for another 100 miles and you fly over Neverwinter Wood. You see this huge scar cut through the woods. It's very visible from up here as you fly over this massive wooded area. You see the fortification of Gauntle Grim, and there's this huge scar leading from the erupted mountain all the way down to Neverwinter, and this kind of hardened black obsidian is just trailing all the way to the city and cutting a scar through its side. Another day goes by and you're starting to journey north now, and you're going to be flying over the water. No encounters for the next 2 days, and it's just 1 day to go. You guys don't have any trouble, and you should be quite close to Svardborg now.
I'm gonna do a little action.
Okay. Alright, so this is fairly early in the morning of the 7th day of the journey. And there is, it's absolutely freezing cold up here. You guys have to fully rug up and stay below deck. Even the navigators have to take it in turns because it's just too cold. And you guys are moving closer towards winter at this stage. So you're coming in close proximity to the Svardborg now. And Trout says, I'm going to bring her down. We're going to have to approach on the ocean. Are you all ready?
Give him a thumbs up.
Let's do this.
Okay. He
How
says
long will it take to get down?
we'll be there within the hour. Now I've found 3 possible landing areas. We could land a few hundred feet from the glacier on the ocean, and I should be able to make anchor. Also, there seems to be some patches of flat snow on the glacier itself to the western wing of the glacier that I could land. You let me know, and I'll move on over to a map for you guys, and I'll point out those 3 locations that he's telling you. At the moment, you've landed and you've splashed down onto the water. The airship is very buoyant. It acts just like a sailing ship when you're in the ocean. There is lots of ice, and it's dangerous just even landing here. But Trout seems to be a reasonably good pilot, and he lands you in quite a safe location. So I'll just move on over to the map for you guys.
Good job, my fishy friend. His name's Trout, right?
Yeah. Trout, not trout. Alright, so you guys are down here. And
This sounds the same to me.
grab familiars. Did you want to summon Hayu, Lily? Or was
Yes,
Hayu
please.
summoned? Alright, you've got plenty of time for that ritual.
Just materialize, yeah.
Okay.
And he's dead.
You hit an icicle. When you summon him up, just a stray piece of hail just smacks Hayu on the head, killing him instantly.
Do better next time, hey you.
Okay, so you're just here out in the ocean now. And as you're descending, Trout's pointing out the different locations that you can land. So obviously you guys see this enormous iceberg, which is the Svardborg, and there is seems to be a dock over here. This is, as you can see, 50 feet above the water level. These are massive lodges that are basically frozen in. There is kind of like an archway of ice and a massive chain that is raised to prevent ships from entering. That would just cut through a ship if you tried to go in, but not your size ship. You just go straight under it. So this is like an entrance, and you're probably trying to steer a little bit clear of there.
Yeah.
These other locations, I'll just move you guys over a little bit as he's flying down. I guess he'll fly down and land here. These locations with the stars on them, here, over here, and over here. They're places that he has decided that are safe to land the airship. So you guys decide where you want to land.
I feel like this is the safest spot here. Kind of the most hidden.
As long as there's nobody.
This is not a suitable. Only those places are suitable to land that he's marked on the. Oh, sorry. Which one? Were you pinging one?
The one in the middle, or
Okay.
right ahead of us.
Yeah.
That seems like it would be the one in the corner on that little island thing. It just seems kind of out in the open to me. I don't know. Up to you guys.
Yeah, that's a good location. That middle one.
All right, let's do it.
As long as he doesn't get shot down.
Okay.
We're not coming in from way high, right? We're coming up and he's a few, like 10 or 15 feet over the iceberg, and then dropping us down.
You'll be up about about that. The interior of the iceberg is just like open, so if you were to fly up, you'd be spotted. But Trout is taking care of all of the logistics like that. You don't have to worry about any of that. Okay. You guys head over and land down here. And Trout says to you all, "Alright, we've already discussed the contingencies. I'll wait for you for 48 hours. If there is danger, I will flee. And if you're not back within 48 hours, well, I'll have to leave. Good luck." So this.
Don't forget to feed our horses if we don't hear from us again.
This iceberg is absolutely immense. The Svardborg, and here's a nice handout of what it looks like from basically those massive lodges that are sticking out on that handout. The one on the left is kind of where you guys have landed. So you're 50 feet above the sea level. There is flat snow where you're walking around. So you're able to walk comfortably. It doesn't slow you down too much. There are several giant-sized lodges situated. They seem to be in a ring-like formation all the way around the Svardborg, and most of them are entombed in ice. Some of them have been excavated. They're partially exposed, such as this one, but they have thick layers of ice still on their roofs. And that's obviously this area here, the ice. These are the lodges. The temperature here is below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and this water would be absolutely freezing. You don't want to go in there. The lodges are about 40 feet high with pitched roofs, and it's daytime, so everything's illuminated here. If you are in the lodges, just presume everything is giant sized. So no signs of giants so far.
All right. Is it possible? I wouldn't mind doing a quick little survey of the surrounding of where we landed the ship to see if I can find any tracks or see any tracks or anything that seems like this is used.
Sure. It's soft snow.
Often.
It does not look like it's been snowing today. It only takes you a few minutes to look for tracks. So you can make a survival check with advantage because it's tough snow.
Oh, we'll guidance myself as well.
You don't see any recent activity of frost giants. There are no boot prints here in this area that you are.
All right, are we going east or west?
Guess
West? Looks like Willie
West.
wants to go west. Let's do it.
Closest. Kind of peek around the side.
It is closest. Do we want to try to be a little stealthy with spell or?
Send your familiar in to get killed.
Well, I'm not saying the familiar. I'm saying I know that we have pass without trace that helps us.
We don't at the moment.
We don't. That's Roderick, and he's not here.
Roderick has a bit of a tummy ache. He's staying in the ship for now.
Now this lodge is 2 stories high, so it towers up about 80 feet overhead.
All right, let's.
At the very top, does it seem like is it open to the sky, or is it enclosed all the way?
It's
Or is it hard to
partially entombed from what you can see.
Okay.
And you just see this massive wooden rampart leading up to the entrance.
Does it look like tracks have been going up into the place?
There are no recent boot prints.
Huh.
If someone passed here a couple of days ago, though, you wouldn't be able to tell because it's been snowing.
Gotcha.
But there's been no one here, at least in the last 48 hours.
The magic number. All right, let's head up
The
the ramp.
entrances of the lodge, they are facing outwards. So this would be like the front door over here. And just where you guys are, there is like a massive wooden rampart, and you see this huge set of double wooden doors. They're closed. They're huge doors as well.
Do they have any windows?
The side that you're facing, when you look up towards the side of the lodge, you do not see any windows. No. The walls are made from 12-foot wide logs that have been lashed tightly together. No windows. There seems to be an open balcony with what looks like a horn coming out the top floor of this lodge that you're in.
Oh,
And that's here. You can kind of see it on the map there. You can't see it from that angle, but there is a horn. About 80 feet overhead.
Does it look like it's climbable? These logs?
Not without
You gotta
the
climb
aid
up.
of magic or climbing gear.
Think we could sabotage that horn?
That'd be really awesome to do.
Before they blow it
Yes.
instead of after?
Exactly. If we can find a way. So you
Can the how big is the horn? You said it was giant size.
It's enormous. It must weigh thousands of pounds. It looks to be at least 20 feet long. Like the actual bowl of the horn is about 6 feet in diameter. You can only just see the edge of it kind of curling up around the top of the lodge roof, about 80 feet overhead. You would have seen it more when you approached.
I was just thinking more of the familiar dropping something in there, but I guess not.
do you think we should try to climb up to that balcony anyways? Maybe we can go in through.
You could
Yeah,
plug
there's
it.
probably an entrance up there.
Sorry, how far up did you say it was?
About 80
100 feet.
feet.
You can jump
Alright.
up there, right?
I could try. No, I'm just joking. So we need when you say climbing gear, does that climber's kit? Is that
Yeah.
what that means?
Climber's kit.
Oh, we all We definitely all have that now. So
You'd be approaching from the actual iceberg as well, because of the way that the lodges, like the roofs, are pitched. There is like quite a large overhang, so you'd need to climb up around from the actual iceberg itself. You'd need to climb the ice over here to get onto the roof.
Shit. Oh wow.
Otherwise, you'd be going against basically an angling down on the underside of this pitch roof. It wouldn't be vertical.
I don't hear any
Okay.
noise, banging, chanting.
So it doesn't seem feasible, is what you're saying.
It's feasible. It's just you'd have to do it from the ice rather than from where you guys are standing up. You wouldn't be able to scale the walls, is what I'm saying. Unless you can somehow walk on a angled surface on the underside of the pitched roof. There's like an overhang. Rand, make a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah. There is a couple of occasions where you hear some great bellowing laughter come from within.
Alright, good to know.
Seems to be coming from the bottom floor.
All right. I say, yeah. Let's. My vote is to get up to the balcony if we can, if at all possible.
Yep. If you've got a climbing kit, you can get up easily. That's no problem.
All right. We all have a climbing
Yeah,
kit. We have enough for everybody for sure. Unless Jarek wants to just fly.
On this chance, I'll just go. I'll watch you guys and see how easy you make it look, and then follow you.
Manual
You're
labor.
that guy. You're that guy, are you?
You guys get up easily. You don't need any ability check. Oops, someone moved. I think I just deleted them. Let me see if I still got them. Someone missing there? No, I think I got everyone. Okay, so while you guys scale up, only takes a couple of minutes. Use the pythons and ropes. You anchor yourselves up. You climb up onto the lodge itself, and then you have to keep on using that climber's kit to scale up. And alright, so there is about a 20-foot wide opening. Just use theater of the mind a little bit for this little part. So as you guys have come along to the side of this icy roof, I guess we could go onto the map. You can see this 20-foot wide opening in the beginnings of that horn sticking out. So this is where you guys are down here. This is like you're on the roof, and then this is the balcony of the horn sticking out. You're about 80 feet above the ground, and about over in this area is basically where the roof is angled at about 30 foot wide angle. It's like a wooden roof, and then it just slides off straight onto the ground over here. So you guys are on the roof now. You've got climbing kits, so you can only go 25 feet before you have to re-anchor yourself. And what do you guys want to do now?
Let's get to the horn
Make our way
and
there.
let's try to disable it. I have an idea.
Okay, you can continue moving along this roof.
All right.
It's no problem.
Well, let's get to the corner and let's just see if we can hear anything around in the area.
Make a perception check. Actually, don't even worry about it. Yeah, there is a little loud laughter coming from around the corner here. Bellowing sounds in giant.
And you did what when you got the walrus? I could go for him into Stockford. Hopefully the owl comes back with a mighty catch. My belly is rumbling.
Sounds like there's some carousing going on. Maybe 2 or 3 giants.
2 or 3 giants. And it sounds like literally just around the corner?
Yeah. Sounds pretty damn close.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Shall we put it...
Joey put a turkey on his head.
I want to ask Thomas if he has a. Does he have Mage Hand or anything? Does anyone have Mage Hand?
No.
I've got a mage's hand.
I do too.
Okay. Never mind.
What'd you have in mind?
So here's what I had in mind. If this thing is curved, we can fill it with water with a decanter.
Ah. When they blow it, it just goes. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Well, yeah, and then I can freeze the water.
Sounds like a giant bong.
Oh, clever. Freezing the water?
Yeah. But anyways, maybe we can do that after we deal with the threat around the corner. But I have a feeling that if we do anything, if we like try to fight them, one of them might try to blow the horn.
We'll have to
And then-
block that area.
Yeah.
So we'd almost have to like get there and fight them at that spot.
Anyways, that's my idea.
I like it.
Well, we could.
We can let Thomas get in the end of it and throw a wild magic surge and see what happens.
Everyone make a group stealth check. You guys have been talking a bit, so need to keep your voices down. Stealth check will decide how good you are at that. You're also holding on to something with one hand because the roof is very, very slippery. It's angled downwards at a 30-degree angle. There is like a layer of ice covering the roof as well. You've got like your rope or python in one hand. Who's
even-
missing from
even
there?
if we had to-
Hey,
me.
familiars need to make it too.
Oh, okay.
So there's a total of 8 of you, so at least 4 of you have to succeed.
You hear that? Sound like it come from above. Go and check it out. You go and check it out. Your turn, Stigna. I'll fill up the flagons. Why don't you send Radufa? Fuck you both then. I'll go.
Giant footsteps.
Yeah, go right. Let's go.
Yeah,
Rush in,
go
keep
for
them
it.
away.
Go. Just attack.
Alright, you
It's
guys
gonna
are
happen, so.
anchored, so you can only move. Let me see. I just got to do some calculations of how far he's going to get, and how far you guys are going to get. You guys can move 50 feet. You can move two lots of movement before that giant's going to see your end. And keep in mind, once initiative started, you're climbing, so half movement speed on the roof, and you can't move more than 25 feet from your position because you're anchored there with your climber's kit.
I'm go ahead and break out the giant slayer and hit the horn.
I thought we were going to fill it with water.
By that stage, he's already seen you as you've gotten your weapon out. Alright, so as you look around the corner here, you come to this wide covered balcony. There's no railing, and it overlooks a massive balcony down here. Did you move 50 feet from your position, Jarek? That looked like way more.
No, I was actually moving when you pinged us, and when I dropped in the spot that moved the map.
Oh, okay, sorry. Alright, so, yeah, it looks like the giants aren't actually on this level. There is an open balcony to an area below, and that's where the voices are coming from. So, there is this huge horn as well. It's in a wooden brace, and it looks like the horn of an ancient dragon. That's how big it is. There are runes etched into it. Looks like a musical instrument. It must weigh only about 500 pounds, you would guesstimate, because it's hollowed out. And obviously it's only big enough for a giant to blow on. Other than that,
Then can we just throw it out?
maybe. There are some large barrels in the corner here. Each barrel is about 12 feet tall, and this place is illuminated. There are sconces set into walls with bright blue flames churning out of them that don't provide any heat. There is a lot of slippery ice and snow here, and that is slippery ice. If you dash through it, you will slip over unless you make an acrobatics check. So be careful in this area. Other than that, a single frost giant wielding a club has come up around the corner. He's pretty lightly armored, and as soon as he comes around the corner, he just spots you guys, and he just gives you a bit of an evil glare, and then he's obviously going to do something like throw a rock at you guys or something. So I'll roll initiative, and you're up first, Rend. He yells out to some others as well when he sees you guys.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. I'll attack the horn.
Just the tip?
Just the tip.
Okay. Alright, this horn, it is huge, so you're gonna have to hit it hard to damage it. It's a gargantuan-sized object. Maybe your Giant Slayer will damage it. So let me just check.
Oh, I meant. Okay, go ahead. I'll rage.
Just gonna see its statistics. That hits.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and rage for my second hit.
Okay, yeah, that puts like a little crack in the horn.
Are you attacking reckless or regular?
Reckless. We'll go ahead and reckless that bastard.
Did you do reckless? You've already on your first attack.
I didn't say it on my first.
You
You're
can't
right.
reckless. That's a miss. It doesn't break through the bone of that second attack.
All right, and then I will go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna finish my movement right there.
Okay. You can walk along the ice just fine. It's only dashing that will require the check. Alright, Norin.
Alright. Knowing that this guy's probably about to start throwing rocks, I'm going to take a running start here, 30 feet, and alright. I throw a couple of javelins at him, disadvantage. See how he likes it. Nope.
That hits.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
Yeah, he's only lightly armored, this guy. Doesn't really look
Oh,
like
he
he's kit up for fighting. He was just...
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't have a shield.
Yeah, he's just carousing this
Oh.
guy. He's probably
Oh, yeah.
drunk.
Oh yeah, we just like came into their home and yeah.
Yeah. He does not look like he was expecting to fight by any means. That javelin just sticks into him. The second one misses.
Yeah, I figured that this. Okay, that's 2 javelins gone. Then I'm going to. I'm just gonna stick right there and hope I don't get hit by whatever he throws.
Than.
Is there any way of me getting into position and will we be able to fill this horn up with water by the looks of it now that we're up close?
I don't know. What are you doing? Depends on what you're doing.
So
Couldn't tell
okay,
you.
I want to get into position, whichever side is easiest, the mouthpiece or the big side, and I want to ready my action to freeze the water with frigid touch.
All right. The
And
the horn up
and then wait for
here.
Thomas to fill
It's 20 feet above you. And it's curved. It's set up on a wooden brace.
Okay, so that would be tough to get to, and then the mouthpiece, same thing.
You can climb up there.
Well, I can jump.
You just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what happens.
I can get. I feel I can get up there, but will Thomas be able to get up there to fill it with water? That's my question. I guess.
I don't know. It's not. You'll have to quickly ask
What
him.
will Thomas? Well, what would be required for him to get up there by normal means?
Climb up. That would be a mundane way to get up there.
Okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna bonus action jump
Okay, you need a 10-foot run up
to the
jump.
tip. Yeah, I'm gonna run to the tip.
Okay, you're running to that side.
Yeah, I feel like would that be a better, easier way of doing it?
Are you like cutting your rope? Don't forget, you guys are all tethered as well with climbing gear.
We're still tethered.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can cut the rope.
Okay. Well, it's
bonus.
I think rope's got like a few AC or 5 AC and 1 hit point or something like that.
Oh, so that would be an action?
Yeah. To attack an object, you have to use the attack action.
In what way are we tethered? Is that something he can do without cutting the rope?
You could use your action to take it off. You guys all have the climbing gear, right? So you're all
okay.
You've got the full kit on. I think Rend actually. Where were you, Rend? Where did you start?
Sorry. Right there. I was about halfway.
Yeah, you're good. You're still anchored to that point.
I'll just take off my I'll untether myself as an action. I'm not going to cut the rope. I don't want to like.
All right. Well, if you untether yourself there, you will be needing to make an athletics check because otherwise you'll slide down the roof.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Okay, so what do I do? I'll go in here and then untether?
Sure. The reason why you had the climbing gear is because you're climbing the roof.
Okay, and then...
Alright, so you head in, you take off all your climbing gear. Yeah, you're fully kitted up. You've got pythons, boots, hammers. You're all roped up. You're just climbing an icy cliff face. So it takes your action to take off.
Alright, then I'll get into a position here, I suppose. How much movement do I have? Oh, it's here. Or here, somewhere like that.
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay. I'll go over to here, and then end my turn.
All right, this giant, his eyes widen, and he yells out to the other giants that are below, and he's going to start running towards you all as he comes up these enormous stairs. And as he's doing that, he's going to actually he's going to come around the corner, and he just does a bit of a roll around to the side, taking cover behind a wall. Lily.
Oh boy. Okay, so cantrips probably don't work towards hurting the horn. They require creatures, and the horn's enough.
I mean, let's just keep them from getting to the horn. I think that'd be the easier way to do this at this point.
Well, I can't see
They
anybody
can still
at the moment.
they can still blow it while they're in combat. It's happened before.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, let's see. I'll come in here so that I'm not out on the ledge, and I better untether. No, I don't have any spells for breaking horns. That's what I'm learning right now. Okay. I'll just use my action to
Okay, take off all your climbing gear.
Okay.
You're on a flat surface. It's slippery, but it's flat. You're not at risk of falling.
Okay. I'll use a bonus action for Blade Sing. And I think that's all my actions this turn. I clicked the button. I'm just waiting for it to go through.
Thomas.
All right. So this is all one level. Like I'm on the same level as Ren. I'm not up in the sky or anything. Up on the roof. Or...
You're on the roof.
This is all.
It's a 30-degree angle, angling downwards away from you in this direction. It's a pitched roof, so it comes up to me at a peak in the center of the top of the building. So if you weren't tethered, you'd just probably slide straight off, like a slippery slide.
Whee!
That's why you guys had the climbing gear.
Yeah. All right. Then. What is... I'm gonna this is an object. I'm gonna give it a shot and try shooting the horn with a chromatic orb of at level 3 with Tides of Chaos.
That hits. What damage?
Thunder.
Thunder. Alright, yeah, it just kind of explodes, just putting a big crack all the way up the horn. It doesn't destroy it, but it damages it quite a lot.
Right. A little bit. Look, I'm tethered here. Might as well take a hit and a turn.
Jarek.
Excellent. You guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, being tethered, we can move 25 feet, did you say?
Yeah. It's climbing gear.
Yep. So...
Climbers kit.
Sorry. So I can move there, is that correct? 25 feet?
Yeah, if that's the... How much did you move? 30?
25 feet?
Yeah. And you'd be anchored to that point with the climber's kit. It's very slippery ice here, so
Yeah.
as long as you
Goodness,
don't...
I'm anchored.
Well, that's not going to help you from falling prone. You're good, as long as you don't dash, it's okay.
Right, okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and use sorcery points to cast darkness.
On?
On my shield.
Okay.
And I'm just going to have... Okay.
You know what, sorry?
I'm done. I went ahead and clicked the EOT.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear you cut out. Just said I'm gonna ha, and then I couldn't hear anything else. Alright, Takal.
He's just going to fly outside, stay away from all this combat. Just right on the outside, just behind Thomas, it looks like.
Okay.
Yep.
And does he want to take an action?
He'll hide.
Okay. Alright, 22. He gets up right next to the wall of the frozen lodge roof. Hey. You can hear these thundering footsteps coming. More giants are coming from the stairs.
Yeah. Let's see. I was thinking about having him climb inside the horn and hide in there. If anybody tried to blow it, maybe they'll choke on him.
I thought of that too until I started seeing people cast damaging spells at them.
You blow on a horn though. You don't suck on the horn.
You gotta take a breath first, but that's a good point. I guess he'll just
Maybe it's a bong or
fly over here and
Could be.
yeah, take a hit
maybe
on the
we
horn.
got this all wrong.
They're stoner giants.
These are big frozen buds on the ground.
Well,
Alright,
he didn't do a very good job hiding.
Yeah, he's fluttering around like crazy. Feathers are going everywhere.
As he does.
I clicked the button, it's just delaying.
Rend. Alright, you need to make an acrobatics check, Rend.
All right. Acrobatics.
Yep. Alright, you're good for the ice.
I'm gonna recklessly attack the horn this time. Where we at? There we are.
That hits. Now you chip into the horn a little bit more.
Alright, try it one more time.
And you hit it again. You take another chunk out of it. You've damaged the horn reasonably well.
And I'll just stay there.
Alright.
Alright, I'll use my action to take off the harness and stuff, so I don't have it on anymore.
You need to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. I'll probably fall over.
Alright, as you're in the process of taking the climber's gear off, you do indeed slip over and fall prone.
Alright, I'm not even going to worry about getting up as I take the rest of it off.
Since you're sitting,
It's just too much worry.
you can do that shit lying down.
Then I'm going to get up and I'm going to move the 15 feet I have left. There.
Alright, it is difficult terrain at this area of slippery ice for you. So if you move,
So it's difficult terrain as well as okay.
it is now. Yeah, at this area that you're in, it is.
Okay, well then shit.
One square is 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's massive chunks of ice. It's slippery. There is.
I do get up though. I don't want to be prone.
Okay.
And so it's still difficult terrain though. So I can only go one square before I can't do anything. So really.
Well, you could go 2 now because oh no, what's your movement? 15 left. So yeah, you could go
I
one
have
square.
15 left. I can only go one square.
Yeah, slippery ice.
I'll start moving out of the ice as much as I can.
Yeah, this is just open to the elements. There's been wind, and ice, and hail just constantly blowing in here. It's not too bad on the edge. It looks like they've chiseled it away, but when you get further in, it's slippery ice.
Well, that's all I got.
Dan, make an acrobatics check. You navigate the ice easily.
All right, and where is it not icy? It ends around here, where Norn is.
Yeah. I can draw a line on. So, beyond the brace, it's been chiseled away where the horn is, but they've left the other area to become all like proper slippery ice, and then it inside this green area is where all the slippery ice is.
Ah, okay. All right, I will move up. Oh, sorry, it's difficult terrain. You said.
Yeah. Slippery ice.
All right, I'll move up to here using my dash as bonus action. So that should give me 35 feet. And
Yeah.
I just how much?
That's
did I-
55
I just
feet
moved
you moved. You've used 55.
55 feet, and I got 70.
Yeah, so you got 15 left.
Okay, thanks. And so I'll just move to, I guess, here.
As you
or maybe just here.
stand there, Than, you do have a
Yeah.
good view of this. It's
Yeah.
like a large table with some flagons scattered around. Looks like there's a great hall, gathering hall below. And you just see
Right.
2 frost giants coming up a set of stairs, like over in this direction. And they disappear behind the wall of the staircase.
Sorry, below the other giant in the corner here, in that direction.
This direction.
Yeah, I cannot see.
But yeah,
if you're-
that's why I just said
Oh, there you are. I see it.
they
Yeah,
disappear
I see.
behind the wall of the staircase.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can't see them anymore.
I didn't even see where you were pointing before, but now I got it because I didn't have my map all the way down.
Over there.
Yep, got it. All right, and then I will cast Bless on myself, Norn, and Rend,
Okay, thank you.
and
Thank you, sir.
I will end my turn.
If you get to cast your spell, please.
I don't want to waste my time on my turn, but I'll do that right now.
Alright, you guys hear a door open from the west along this hallway here where that giant had run. Loud creaking door. And you hear something yelling out in giant. Stigma! Vadik! Weapons!
Russian commies.
And a giant, the one that opened the door, he comes around the corner and he has in his hand a rock. It's not really a rock, it's just like a large frozen chunk of ice.
It's rock.
And he's going to throw it at Ren. And it hits for 11 bludgeoning damage. Well, actually, you know what? You're lucky, Ren. You're just out of range, so he does not have advantage. And another chunk of ice just smashes down here, mingles in with all the rest of the ice. And that giant then goes back around the corner. Lily.
Oh man, okay. I don't think my little rapier's gonna do much against the horn. I'll leave that to Rend. Instead, I think what I'll do, I come down here and see that giant. I'll just try to, well, let me measure it, make sure. Oh no, that's... Alright, if I can't reach him with anything this turn, let's see, that was 5, 10, and then all this green area is difficult terrain, right?
Yep, and it's slippery ice, so it's difficult terrain, and you need to make an acrobatics check for moving there.
Once I move into that green area?
Yes. Slippery ice.
Let's see. And then 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, I think I can do it. I'll make the acrobatics check. I will come to here for 30 feet. I'll make the well, we'll see if I make.
You manage to navigate the slippery ice just fine.
Okay, and then I'll try to slow him down with the ray of fire.
Alright, he has got 3/4 cover. But wait, who are you attacking? Oh, obviously there's only one. Nothing happens. You're too far away.
I thought I moved 60 feet from his. 60 feet, right?
Then you hit the wall. That's total cover.
Oh, bugger. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to get anything else accomplished.
Alright, another giant comes hurtling up these stairs. This guy has a horned helm, and he's wearing reasonably heavy armor as well. Looks like about kind of a suit of chainmail, if in your equivalent. And he dashes up the stairs. Looks kind of mean. About 15, 16 feet tall. Blue skin. Frosty beard. Thomas.
Alright. Oh. Let's try that again. See if we can kill this horn.
You're still tethered as well, right, Thomas?
I am.
Okay.
He's out there hiding with the familiars.
Thunder again.
Alright, roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. You send a massive thunderous orb into the horn. It explodes. Massive chips of bone fly out everywhere. Another one of those, that horn's going to be destroyed. And, yeah. You're just feeling a little bit blessed as well, Thomas, at the same time.
Sounds like you can go all in.
Yeah.
Right, Rand? Wonder what it would look like when it happens.
What would he be?
Yeah, salt duck.
Jarek.
Huh. That was interesting, Tom. Okay. Let's, guess I'll just shoot a agonizing blast at this guy right here. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hit.
Let's push him back.
The beam slams into him and causes him to slide across the ground.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that.
And it's a crit. Another beam hits him in the chest.
And let's go ahead. I'll quicken another agonizing blast on him.
That's a crit. Another beam. This one hits him straight in the face. Chunks of ice fall from his beard. And you hit him again. Yet another beam clips him in the shoulder.
I'll use that one to push him back.
Alright, he slides back another 10 feet.
I'll be done.
Alright, if you want Takal to just remain hiding, he can just skip his turn. Keep him in initiative though, because he's present in this fight. Alright, this frost giant comes around the corner and he has a basically a flagon. It's a very, very heavy flagon. And he sees Vedic get knocked back by you, Jarek, so he's going to try and throw it at you. It's basically a rock at disadvantage. And it narrowly misses you and slams up against the wooden wall with a loud clang. And that's his turn. Oh, he moves a little bit more. And then he finishes up his turn there. Hey!
He's going to try to calm himself, panic a little less, try to stay hidden out there, and just keep an eye out.
Okay, you can make another stealth check.
He's not good at this, so That's
Yeah.
it for him.
He's quite large. He's fluttering around. Rend, as long as you don't move now on the ice, you don't have to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. All right, attacking the horn again. Not reckless though. I'm just gonna try to hit it.
That hits. And you shatter the horn. It breaks into myriad pieces everywhere. Large chunks of jagged bone fall onto the ground. The massive end of the horn, it separates from the wooden brace. The brace collapses and the horn just, what's left of it, just slides off the roof very, very quickly. It's just laying shattered on the ground.
Alright. And then if I want to move my 20 feet, I gotta make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, if you want to move at all, you have to make an acrobatics check on the first time you move, basically.
Okay. Jesus.
Alright, you sit straight up, oof, landing prone.
Snake eyes.
Don't forget you are blessed as well.
What's that?
You're blessed.
It doesn't work for ability checks,
Oh
right?
yeah,
no.
oh yeah, that's
just
right. Never
saving
mind.
throws. Yeah.
Do you want to stand back up?
Yeah, I'll stand back up.
It costs you 20 feet of movement to stand up.
And I guess I can't move any then, right?
Well, you've got 20 feet left, right?
Well, I thought we were tethered, so we can only do 25 to begin with.
Oh, you didn't untether yourself?
No, I stayed.
Oh, alright. Where were you standing before? You were like kind of...
I haven't moved in like two turns.
Where
When
were
we
you? Where
first
was
started,
your...
when we first started
Alright.
the fight, I was right here.
Alright, you're
at the very
tethered.
beginning.
Alright, you're tethered to that point still. So you... Yeah. You can't move more than 25 feet from that position, yeah.
Alright, gotcha. Then, can you say that takes a full action?
To untether? Yeah. To take off all the climbing gear is an action. Norin.
Okay. I fall, I get back up.
Alright, you just... you land on your back on the hard, cold ice. You take your time getting back up.
Alright, so that costs 15 feet. And then stepping out to here, will that cost 10 or just 5?
That's 5.
Cool. I'll go ahead and move. Full 15 that I got then. If I re-enter...
No, you don't have to make it.
I'll have to...
Only
Just
once,
jump over that shit.
Only once per
Just jump
turn.
over it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, I'll just jump over it. What am I thinking? Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna use my action to dash. So as I'll run and then I'll jump to there. So just jump straight over it. It's 15 feet.
Like
think
a
I'm
graceful
good.
elk.
I think I'm good. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hidden step and go invisible.
Okay, turn invisible. Attack rolls on you have disadvantage. Your attack rolls have advantage. No one can see you. San.
Would I fit in this little little nook here?
You could
I
squeeze
feel like
in
a
there.
boulder.
You could squeeze
I
into
feel like
there.
a boulder. Oh, if I squeeze, that means they have advantage on attacks against me?
Yeah, you'll be squeezing. You're not accurate. You're not able to move. You're not able to bring your shield up effectively. You're not able to try and dodge anything very effectively.
It seemed like an elf-sized hole to me from here. That's all.
You could put the shield in front.
You
of it
can
like
you
a
can fit in there
wall.
comfortably. It's just you don't have any
I
room
know.
to move
Gotcha.
in combat.
I will. What should I do here? I will cast command on this one. Does he have more ice chunks? Who's holding some ice chunks?
He is not holding anything currently. The other two, they have axes on their shoulders, but no one actually has a weapon drawn at the moment.
They want to parlay.
Let me offer a drink off.
This one
I'm
yelled
gonna
out
command
that he's getting weapons, so you feel like he's opened the room to some sort of weaponry. Open the door to some
I'm
sort
going
of
to
weapon.
command him to approach.
Okay.
And I will cast that right now.
Alright, suddenly he kind of drops what he's doing and he looks up to you, and begrudgingly he will walk towards you on his turn.
And I will bonus action cast jump on myself.
You can't. You're...
No, I can't do that? Okay.
No. It's should still be up. Didn't you cast it already?
Oh,
No.
maybe I did, yeah.
But yeah, if you
Yeah,
cast
it is,
a spell as a bonus action, the only other spell on your turn can be a cantrip.
Okay.
Alright, he uses all of his action to move, right? He dashes up to you. So when he gets here, he's not any better at navigating slippery ice than you guys.
Oh no.
He's gonna... Oh
And
no, not this again. Poor Nord.
he doesn't squash you, Norin. When he lands, there is a gap
Don't remember
between
what happened.
his chest and his arm, and you're in that gap.
I feel like that.
So he's
He
like
got
kind
his
of
face
it's
sat
kinda
on
like-
by that giant.
cradling you.
It's like that Buster. I feel like that Buster Keaton, like stunt where the wall falls on him and he goes through the window.
And yeah, he doesn't have enough to move to stand up. Oh yes, he does. He stands up, and then that's it. He can't move anymore. 75 feet in total. With standing up, difficult terrain. Lily.
Okay, Lily would like to move. Do I need an acrobatics check for that?
If you move, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that now.
You slip up and land on your
Okay.
back on the
So
slippery
I'm prone.
ice.
Let's see. I got enough movement for this if I stand up and move 40 feet, so I can move 2 squares by standing first and then moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually move back here, and I'm gonna unfetter.
Okay.
Oh.
You take off all of his climbing gear.
Sensually.
I know, right?
Yeah, slowly.
The music.
The climbing gear's already off, and you're still got your hands all over him. Wow.
Very delicate.
It's the new beard.
Alright, this giant is going to just rush forward, and he's going to draw a great axe. Takes the dash action. Thomas.
All right.
Where's your anchor point, Thomas? It's there, right? Where that green X is.
One to the right.
Okay.
So. Is the horn difficult terrain?
Yep, this is you're climbing as well, so it's all difficult terrain out here.
Terrain. So.
Yeah, it's 30-degree angle sloped roof.
30. There's my 30 feet. All right. Actually, do I need touch for this? I do. Damn. Okay. Then I'm going to shoot a firebolt. This guy's not prone. You said he stood up, right?
Yeah, he stood up. It's a miss. Whizzes on by.
Amazing. I thought with 3 damage it would be a hit for sure. Yeah, that's...
Hey man, it's better to miss on a shot like that than to miss on a shot of double 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jarek.
Marvelous. Thanks for the mug of ale. Sending you back some. Then I'll
Oh yeah,
target
do
the
that.
guy here. See if I can send him backwards a little bit.
And he is the least armored of all the giants. That hits. Right.
Send him backwards 10 feet.
That beam slams into him and knocks him into the other giant.
Nice. Let's hit again.
Was Norin's horns tangled up with him in any way?
No. That's a crit. That beam slams into the giant. And superficial injuries at this stage.
Excellent. And since that is a, how big are these crates over here?
They are about 16 feet tall. Sorry, 12 feet tall. "12 feet tall, 12 feet wide."
Let me look at something quick. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to tell me if this sounds doable. Can I Misty Step out of my tether to here
Sure.
and then walk behind these crates
Yeah.
and get completely hidden?
You can Misty Step straight out of the climbing gear.
Excellent. So then that's what I'm gonna do. And that's going to move me 30 feet to there. And then I will probably have to squeeze through here, being difficult terrain, correct?
No, you can fit through. Squeezing's also actually not difficult terrain. It's kind of different. But yeah, you can fit through easily. There's
Excellent.
no problem fitting there.
I did hit the end of turn, so whenever that happens.
You're still cutting out a little bit there. Like you're far
Okay,
away from
I
your
did
mic.
hit the end of turn, so hopefully.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, it's this giant's turn. And he is going to see you run over there, Jarek. And he's coming for you. He's going to run this way, though. And he's going to leap this balcony.
So
He provokes
Since
from
he
you,
moved
Norin.
within- okay.
That hits. And then you keep him. Yeah. So when he moves, like, basically there, you'll keep him there. Alright, you just stab him in the leg and keep him right there. He's just got a great axe drawn. And hey,
Heyu thinks this is the worst spot in the world to hide, so he's gonna come over here and try hiding him. This is where all the good hiding's at.
okay. He's slowly concealing himself more with ice and snow for all the flapping around.
Hey, I gain 1 or 2 on that roll every turn. He might be hidden by the end of the fight.
Rend,
Alright, so acrobatics.
if you move, yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Do I get my full 40?
It's difficult terrain, so every
okay.
5 feet is 10.
So Can I dash, or did you say that was an automatic fall?
Dashing here is fine.
Oh, okay.
You've made your acrobatics check.
Then, okay, so up here next to Norin, and yeah, so that's it.
No.
Alright. I'll have advantage on this guy since he's squeezed up with his buddy there. So I'm gonna go for him. Trying it.
Hit. You slash the trident by jumping up and hitting his torso.
I'll
A small
put
injury.
our unwavering mark on him. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna step up a bit, so I can hit the other guy too.
Okay.
Or two.
That hits. And
I'm gonna mark him as well.
yeah, you just kind of slash him along the leg.
Then I'll step back to where I was. Or will I? I can't remember if these guys have reach or not. I think they do. Does this guy have a weapon?
They've drawn this guy and this guy. Both have great axes out. They all have great except for this guy. He hasn't got it drawn, but they all have great axe. Yeah. They just don't look like they have ranged weapons.
I'm actually gonna stay right where I'm at. That'll be my turn.
Damn.
I hit the OT.
As my action, I'm going to put Path to the Grave on this guy here that has the axe. And I will bonus action put the help action on him.
Okay. Feel his skin start to blister and there are cracks of blood appearing on his flesh. Looks very vulnerable.
And I'll end my turn. Did it not work?
It's being slow. I'll just skip it along. Alright, this giant is going to move here firstly. And then he's going to make an acrobatics check. We're moving on to the slippery ice. And poof, he slips straight on over. And he's going to get up. And he's going to move here.
As he tries to move further from me, I would like to make an opportunity attack against him.
Okay.
Try to get
You
him
hit
to
him.
stay put.
Jeez.
No, so he doesn't move. You keep him in that square.
Yep.
Alright, he is instinctively just turns around with his great axe and swings at you, Norin.
Okay.
And whoosh,
That's a hit.
hits you for 29 slashing damage. And steps back and arcs that great axe down in your direction again.
Another hit.
And he hits you for 21 slashing damage.
Big AC doesn't help me when they have.
So much plus to hit. Yeah.
Well, they only have a +9. Damn.
Only.
Only, yeah.
Lily.
That's what a lot of
Oh,
us have.
gosh.
So that's
I was gonna fireball Norin, but he's looking a lot less healthy than he was a second ago. So maybe I won't fireball Norin. I think what I'll do is fireball just to get those two southern.
I think you could still angle it to get off it. Maybe.
Well, if he gives me a template, I can try.
There we go.
Get that thing away from me.
When you cast a spell, can you please choose a location before you roll the damage?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. You doing it there?
Yeah, that misses my guys, right?
It does.
Okay, that'll be the spot.
Yeah.
Alright, this fireball erupts over the frost giants, and two of them are caught in the full brunt of it. It defrosts all the ice, covering their beards. It leaves the lightly armored frost giant bloodied, and it leaves Vardik, the heavily armored giant, bloodied. Stiganda, though, he just turns his back to the side of that fireball, and he gets slightly scorched. Nothing catches on fire here. Everything is too immense and covered in ice, and nothing is flammable.
Okay, and then if I want to move, I need to make my check.
If you move within this area, you have to make an acrobatics check from slippery ice.
What about like in that direction, like that?
No.
Would that do it?
The ice has been all chiseled away around the horn. They've maintained that area, so it's just difficult terrain. That's all, because of the rubble from the horn and whatnot.
Okay, I'm just gonna back off of the slippery stuff then.
Alright, Vardik is furious. And he's going to have to cut his way through Norin first by swinging his great axe at him.
Yeah.
And
Oh, how about that?
he misses. He'll take another swing. And whoosh, hits you for 31 slashing damage.
Oh, I'm still up. Barely, but I'm still up.
He's going to then skirt around the corner here.
Was he in
Get
range of me?
some rocks!
He yells out. No, he was 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
He yells to the others to get some rocks. And Radfa yells, "Ah! The Yolls got all this shit in there, it's all broken up. Then throw some fucking shit at them!" Thomas.
Did you say the elves?
Said the Jarl.
Oh.
That's significantly different.
Maybe the Jarl is an elf.
Could be. Could be a human barbarian soon.
With that attitude, it will be.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna. These guys are beating up on Norin. Let's see if we can help that. I don't know if I can still catch all three after that guy moved, but I'm gonna try. Oh, I can't move it. Same place as the fireball went. Ooh, nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
I wonder if frontliners get like PTSD from spells exploding next to them.
We're used to it.
Alright, the giants all
It happens.
scream out from that synaptic static. They grab their horned helms in their ears and yeah, they just start cursing. It affects all of them fully.
I don't know about Rend, but I mean, I would think that you'd be desensitized to it at some point.
Yeah, at this point, Ren just like, go for it.
Rend actually does, he probably doesn't feel comfortable unless he's covered with like some sort of creature's intestines. So yeah, these giants are just screaming and "Get out of my head!" tapping their ears and their heads and their horned helms and whatnot.
Hit end. Did it move? I can't tell.
It's not working, so
Frozen.
yeah, just let me know when you end and I'll skip it along. Jarek.
Hey, perfect. Go ahead and move a bit first. And then I'll go ahead and Do the same as I've been doing. Seems like it's working okay.
Who are you attacking?
That guy closest to me.
That hits him.
All right. It didn't click, but let's see how long it takes. I'm going to go ahead and attack him one more time. I'm going to knock him back 10 feet.
With that first beam?
No, with the second beam if it hits.
Okay. That hits. Alright, you slam him with the Eldritch Blast and knocks him back into the other giant. Just tumbles into it.
Right.
He's looking injured now too.
I'll move back to where I was before.
How are you doing that?
Oh, never mind. I'm
Use
staying right where
30
I'm at.
feet.
You're right. And then
Alright, this giant is furious, and he gets you get an attack rend. He just runs and he charges up to you, Jarek.
So I get a. There we go.
Yeah, you can attack him. A 16 just hits him.
Okay. Just gotta make a saving throw.
Alright, I'll give him a strength save. He might not make it that far if he has to stand up. Alright, he doesn't get knocked over, but you do slash him and you leave him pretty injured. And yeah, he just runs straight at you, Jarek, with his great axe, kind of leaping and skirting around the slippery ice, leaping across this opening. And does he want to try hide even better?
Let me measure out distance. I'm kind of curious. He can't. Not with that range. He can't make it. So yeah, he'll shoot for another hide.
Okay. And yeah,
A couple more each turn.
He's covered with so much ice now that he's just blending in with his environment.
Now it's Snow Owl.
Okay. You're up, Rand.
I yell it to Ren to get the guy around the corner. If he can. If you can get to him.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy will have disadvantage on hitting you.
Alright, he will indeed swing at you with his great axe.
Okay.
And he completely misses.
Well.
I'm too nimble. Does this guy have a shield?
None of them have shields.
He has.
Yeah.
You have advantage on him, and you get double damage on your first hit.
They were just sitting around having some drinks when you guys happened upon them. They weren't ready for fighting.
Alright, then we're gonna do well, I gotta go ahead and call out Reckless just in case. So Reckless, Great Weapon Master.
And the 16
16
is a hit. It just hits him.
Ooh.
And
that's a big hit.
you need an extra 2d6 damage onto that.
2d6.
It you cut both of his legs off with that one swing.
What is that? That's like 80 something damage.
His torso hits the ground and his legs are
90
just
damage?
standing in place there.
Oh my god. Yeah, that
That was
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
close.
88 damage. It was.
nice. That path to the grave is nice. So I got 10 more. I'll move back 10 towards this guy.
I can't feel my legs, but I can see them.
I've had worse.
Norin.
Alright, Norn is going to attack this guy.
That hits. He's very badly injured. You jump up and slam the trident into his torso again. And
But I'll reapply the unwavering mark. And then we'll go for another
That hits. He stumbles backwards, and you just, as he kind of leans in low, you jump up and drive the trident into his chest. Leans up against the wall.
First I'm gonna bonus action, second wind. Breathe in a little bit. Calm myself down. Alright, that puts me at 20 HP.
Jeez.
And yeah, I want to kill this guy. I'm going to action surge. And
That hits. As he's leaned up against the wall, you jump up onto his bent knee like a stepping stone and just put all your might to jamming that trident into his neck. And as you drive the trident out, blood just spurts out everywhere, and he slumps into a seating position on the wall, and you leap off onto the ground.
I'm gonna leave the javelin. Leave the trident in him for a second, and then I'll turn and toss a javelin at this other guy. It'll be a disadvantage.
He's actually in the darkness, so he can't see you. So that negates the disadvantage. And you just hear a clang. You're not sure if that hit him or not. It didn't hit him.
Right off his armor.
And Jarek yells, "Ow!"
It hit him in his Vendelhelm helm. Vendelhelm.
Out my eye.
Yeah, this is familiar.
Alright, and I'm going to... I'll use my movement now. Get it out for a second. 10. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Jump. Whoosh. 5 feet, and that's it.
Damn.
I will cast Toll the Dead on that guy over there by Jarek.
You can't see him, so spell fails.
Oh.
He's in the darkness.
How tall is the darkness?
If it doesn't matter how tall it is, if any of it overlaps his space, he's considered inside the spell.
So
There's
we
no,
can
like-
see his head sticking out.
No, there's no half in, half out.
Right.
He's completely
Looks like
in
fireball.
the darkness.
Fireball hit.
Yeah.
Squared.
We're playing on a grid, so if any square overlaps with a spell's effect, you're considered in that spell.
Like the fireballs.
Alright, I moved. I don't know if this is difficult terrain or not.
It is. It's all difficult terrain.
Okay. So that's as far as I can go then. And yeah, no, my spells don't really deal with not being able to see. So I think let's just see if we can slow him down to help Jarek get up.
Oh, I don't need help. I'll send him
That
right.
sounds like you hit him.
I'm gonna
You hear
roll the
a-
damage,
An icy
even if
splash.
he doesn't care.
Thomas.
Hoodley.
You can do it, Woodley.
Woodley has spoken. Alright. I'll move forward anyway, get more. And I'm gonna shoot.
That sounds like you hit him.
And yeah.
Jarek.
Oh. So you seek the darkness. Now the darkness seeks you. I'll move up to right next to him. I'll fire some of the same things I've been doing.
It's a crit.
Mm.
Alright, you just knocking
push
him
him back 10.
out. Alright, you repel him. So he's almost out of the darkness. You can see he's very badly injured. You hit him again. And it clips his horned helm and hits him in the
10
side of the
back.
face. You knock him back another 10 feet.
Then we'll quicken it. Do it again.
That's another hit. And another beam hits him in the chest. He's almost dead.
Okay, let's push him back 10 more feet.
He kind of hits the corner here and slides into the slippery ice. And that 17 is all you need to hit. You hit him one more time in the chest. Lets out a giant cry before he comes crashing down onto the slippery ice, cracking the ice, and just causing the wooden ground floor here to tremble from his might, hitting the deck.
Well,
Alright, we'll take a 10-minute break now. See you guys back soon.
you bet.
Ren listens for the inevitable charge of the other 13 giants coming at us.
Are you lowballing the number of giants?
Like, I use that spell to make the sound of a giant horn.
Wait, you guys didn't want to bring the other horn with you so you could blow it?
Oh, yeah. Alright.
See you guys in 10.
I'll be right back.
That seemed like an okay fight, guys. What do you think?
Definitely could have went worse. Heck, I actually didn't get hit. Rand.
Doran's the only one that got hurt.
Yeah, Norin got hammered.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drink and fight.
Like you said, that +9 to hit, and
But that's what we are, at least. They just have more hit points.
I'm +9 if I use the Giant Slayer. Use Great Weapon, I'm +4, and then +8 with the Flame Tongue. Which is weird that the Flame Tongue doesn't have any pluses to hit on it with it.
Yeah, it's just got that bonus damage.
Yeah.
I guess they both have bonus damage, right?
Yep.
I have a +10 with the Trident, but it's only a D6 damage, so.
True.
Oh, yeah.
But it works really well to keep them from leaving your area.
Well, I mean, at this point, I've made my peace with not doing crazy amounts of damage. I'm just trying to control.
You can still take this.
Reaction.
You can still use this Giant Slayer if you want to give up the shield.
Well, I like having 20 AC.
Who doesn't like having 20 AC? I mean, come on.
I understand.
It really helps, as Norin's like armfuls up.
If
Well,
you
I
decide
mean-
that you want to give up the shield, let me know. I'll use the Flame Tongue exclusively and give you the Giant Slayer. And
Well,
it doesn't
as soon
require
as-
it doesn't require attunement.
As soon as I start using, as soon as I drop the shield, everything is going to be rolling 18s and
I
19s.
know.
So, I think I'll stick with the shield.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, the offer's still there.
All right. So you guys took a somewhat stealthy approach by climbing the ice wall, getting onto the sloped, icy lodge roof, and coming up next to the horn. Catching these three frost giants by surprise, you can actually like smell the ale on their breath. You feel like they were maybe even drunk when you guys attacked them. They definitely weren't organized to fight. They didn't have giant bags on them. They didn't have ranged weapons or rocks. They barely even finished drinking their ale. In fact, one of them literally just threw their ale mug at Jarek. So you've definitely prevented putting this lodge on high alert from destroying the horn. There's no other sounds of bellowing giant laughter in this area. And even the giants, you felt like when you were fighting them in melee, they could have been doing more. I feel like they definitely weren't in a good mood to be fighting, or a good position to be fighting. They are very skilled at fighting frost giants. It's what they pride themselves on. So there are three giant bodies just laying on the ground here.
Checking out to see where they were going for the when they were coming around this corner.
All right, there is a massive door that is open here, and the doors are big. They are 25 feet tall. They're made of thick wood. The handles are 11 feet above the floor. It's already open for you, luckily, so no problem opening it. And yeah, this is indeed an armory, but it's like, it looks like it's been trashed or just neglected. None of the weapons here actually look usable, so it was even worse for the frost giants. It's in shambles. There are weapon racks lying broken on the floor. Others are clinging precariously to the walls. They have some very old-looking spears and javelins. They look so old that they probably just fall apart, and you can actually see one of the giants has grabbed a spear and the handle, the haft has just crumbled in his hand, and then he opted to pick up a few large chunks of ice that are sitting around on the ground here. This place looks very, very old. Like this lodge has not been built recently. It seems ancient almost. Just surprised that it's even still standing.
there a door over here, or is that just a
Yeah,
wall?
that's a door. It's
Push open.
you can't just push it open. Firstly, you have to reach the handle, which is 11 feet above the ground, and you can't even reach it, Ren. You'd have to actually get a boost or jump.
Here, Rind, I'll help you out.
Okay.
All right. Norin lowers his antlers, and you climb, climb up the antlers. And you have to basically like put all your weight on the handle to kind of unlatch it,
Okay.
and then you're hanging off of it, and then someone has to push it open. It's
As he's
We just need a giant
as he's
trench coat.
hanging, I'll push.
All right. Make an athletics check, Norin.
Okay.
All right. Ren goes whee as you push the door open with him hanging on it.
We're like kids.
While they're playing with the door, I'll start searching the bodies.
All right.
Search the one I'm on too.
Okay. All right, Lily, your frost giant has this Vendel helm. It's just his style of helm, horned helm, basically like a Nordic helm. His armor is it's made of different riveted plates. It looks like several suits of maybe scale mail that's been lashed together. It's very primitive looking, and he has a great axe, and that's it. He doesn't have any pockets, doesn't have a bag on him. His axe is about 18 feet long. Your giant is pretty much dressed exactly the same, Thomas.
Cool.
They don't carry
What's it look like
anything
if
of
I try the
value.
helmet on?
You could pretty much live in there. It's that big, Lily. It's like a little house. And yeah, these guys didn't have any bags on them either. You know, giants usually carry bags. These guys don't have any. So, Rend and Norin, you guys open this room. There is a huge wooden table. It's like 10 feet tall. And you can kind of make out that there's something on the table. Maybe like a plate or something.
Jump and try to climb up there.
Yeah, you can. You guys can jump up there. You can jump up, grab onto the edge, and hoist yourselves up. You can just reach. And that's easy for you guys. Now, atop it is a golden platter. It's about 8 feet across. And there's a wooden fork. It's bigger than your trident, Norin. And there's actually a very large mug, which is about the size of a barrel. It's made of bronze. The handle is shaped like a dragon's wing. And yeah, like the melt value of this bronze and gold must be about 1,000 gold pieces. It just weighs about 125 pounds, that's all.
Probably a good thing that Roderick is not here with us. Otherwise, he would be telling us to bring the stuff away.
And yeah, it looks like someone maybe eats here, but they're very messy.
And there's just like a magical light in here?
Yeah, there is sconces set into the walls everywhere here, and there's like a massive glowing blue fire that doesn't let off any heat.
Okay. Cool.
There's quite a few here, and they illuminate these lodges. Everything has like a pale blue hue from these continual flames.
I'm gonna leave the fork for Norin in case he wants to use it as a trident.
I feel like maybe you could probably bring the airship around and like take these if you wanted at some stage.
Did Thomas already search this giant?
Same deal. He's basically just wearing like a loincloth. He's got a couple of leather straps over his shoulders. Great axe. Didn't bring any valuables with him to come and murder you guys with.
We can get into this room here, you said? Yeah.
Yeah, it's already open. This is the armory. It's trashed. It looks really old.
Okay.
It's like really old, Dan, like ancient. You feel like these have been here for like thousands of years, maybe even longer.
Wow.
I think the 10-minute spells will vanish by now. All that searching you guys did. Thomas is still struggling to get out of the horn area because he didn't tell me he untethered himself, so he's been like 25 feet.
He's just leashed.
I'm
We'll just leave him leashed over there.
My legs are spinning, running, and I'm at the end of a. Sorry.
Hey,
He's guarding our entrance.
I was only messing with you. All right, so yeah, you can see a grand feast hall below. Looks like a huge wooden table. There is lots of bones. There's some massive haunches of meat, and quite a few flagons sitting on this table, and enormous wooden steps that descend. Each step is 3 feet tall and 3 feet deep. You guys can get down there, counting it as difficult terrain.
Did any of these giants have a shield?
No.
Damn.
No shields.
Sliding down this.
Alright, I'll move you guys down as you make your way onto the bottom floor of the lodge. You descend the steps, and it's cold. It's so cold, and this place is so enormous. You know, the ceiling is about 30 feet high, and there's no snow blowing in here though, which is somewhat nice. And it's a huge mess hall.
It is a mess.
There are more of these sconces attached to wooden pillars, shedding this cold blue light, and mounted on the walls to the south, you see some taxidermy. There are heads of polar bears, giant walruses, young white dragons, remoras.
Wait, what?
Neat.
Remoras.
Do they look like
yeah,
they're worth
those are
anything?
the fire ice things, right?
Yeah, to a collector, they would probably have some value.
By judging the amount of tankards and stuff like that, does it look like there's more than 3 giants here, or?
Make an investigation check. You can't actually see on top of the table either, unless you climb up
I'll
there.
jump up. I'll jump up there.
Okay.
And investigate.
Do any of these look like they'd be able to, like I could get them down?
I'll guide it myself.
With your strength, Lily, not a chance. Way too heavy.
Alright, I think that would be funny. I sit here and I try to pull one off the wall, and
You can't reach them for starters. They're
That makes it even funnier.
yeah, they're actually they're about
hey,
20
you go
feet
fetch
above.
me a head.
20 feet above you. Heyu tries to grab the head off the ball. The head falls, crushes Heyu, kills Heyu instantly.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, there are curtains. Like all over the walls.
Behind one.
It's just a wooden wall covered in a layer of frost. And you can actually see quite a lot of snow has been trod through here. It's all slippery ice. You don't really need to worry about it if you're not in combat, though. Alright,
So is this area, is that
yeah.
the entrance? Like, if we had came in
Yep.
from the bottom
That's the
floor?
entrance.
Okay.
It's on
You
the
guys
way in.
came around from the north side of this wall
Okay.
when you're in. Like, so the airship's kind of over in this direction, if you could see where I was pinging there.
Yep, perfect.
So, on top of the table, there is quite a bit of mess, and there's actually some things under the table. But yeah, there's just some wooden mugs, scraps of leftover food, and it only looks like the 3 giants were here It could probably fit about 20 easily, though. There are a few empty barrels and crates that you can see sitting against the wall over here, Lily. And
Nothing interested in it.
empty. A few empty barrels and crates. So, empty as in empty. There's nothing inside. And, like, leaning up against the legs of this table, though, there are 3 large sacks made of some sort of grey leather.
Oh, they forgot their sacks downstairs.
The giant sacks of trick.
I can't imagine they thought they'd get attacked too often in their place.
I guess that's true. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, they didn't have any guards posted or anything. Like, this is in such an obscure location. That's why you need the map to get here.
Yeah, let's check out what's in these
Sack?
sacks.
Alright. Inside the sack. Sack number 1.
I die.
Sack number 1 has 1,200 copper pieces.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna say that.
But
I'm gonna
that's
jump off the fucking
not
balcony.
all.
Okay.
There is a 3-foot tall idol of a burly looking frost giant. It's carved out of bone. It must be the giant god Thrym. There's more. There is
Where are you guys?
a
Where are
moldy
these sacks?
loaf of bread. They are at the legs of the table. There is a giant-sized water skin, and it must be full because we can't move it. We could probably just move it. There is a hand axe blade, a riding saddle, and a small bag of salt.
A giant
So
sized
random.
riding saddle?
No, it's size for you guys. Good if you
Lovely
have
size.
horses. Horse-sized.
Wow.
We could use that. We have horses somewhere.
Norn is not gonna carry that around. Just carry a saddle over his shoulders the entire time.
Alright, Lily, make me a
Don't be so
perception
cavalier
check.
about it.
Alright, sack number 2. Sack number 2 has 1,400 copper pieces. And there are some valuables in here. A bronze gong, a giant-sized drum, a cauldron, and 10 feet of rope.
10 feet of rope?
Make a perception check, Lily, while you're looking around at everything, listening at the door and whatnot. You want to look in sack number 3?
Sure, yeah.
There is 8 copper pieces. That's all. Just 8. A couple of loose coins jingling around in there. But the giant does have some valuables. A coffin. Humanoid-sized coffin. And a wooden door with twisted iron hinges.
There's a door in the sack?
Yes, there is.
Open it.
I'm gonna pull the door out of the sack and drag it up the stairs and ride down the stairs on it.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check, Thomas.
Those stairs are so.
This is why you can't take
Oh.
you anywhere. And yeah, you just surf that shit. And you slide down and slide along the ground underneath this small wooden table.
I was
Hey.
going to guidance you, but
I
Alright.
say, we.
The doors are so immense, Lily.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sound travels through. However, giants' voices are also immense. but you don't hear anything on the other side of this wooden door.
Oh. Is there any possibility of me opening this by myself?
0.
Where are you at? Oh.
Can I jump up to the door handle and try to open it?
Yeah, you can jump up and you can lower the handle, and then someone can use an athletic check to try and push the door open.
We might need.
You can do it.
We
Push.
might.
The
Okay.
owl.
All right, I'm
The
doing
owl's
it.
gonna suck it, but he's gonna try.
I'm on the door handle.
All right. So you said an athletics from me.
Yeah.
Push, hey you, push.
Hey, can give you advantage. And you just push the door straight open.
Like a boss.
I imagine Thon kind of going swinging out wide.
It does. It opens slowly though, because it's so immense, and there's a bit of snow on the ground, so it's slow going. But yeah, you still clung to the door as you're opening it. You can let go when the door's open enough, so it's unlatched. And there's just an enormous hallway covered with snow.
Now that the door's not in the way, can I listen again?
Yeah. You don't hear anything. You don't need a perception check.
Damn, wasted the 20.
Ooh, a windmill.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Check what's behind this curtain over here.
Alright,
This looks like a windmill.
These are hammocks, bud.
where are you looking? Norrin, over there?
Well, I was just wondering if.
Yeah, there's
There's more.
Yeah, there
There's
are
2 doors
massive
down that hallway.
blue curtains all along the walls here. There are some that are decorative. The ones on the eastern wall, they depict mighty-looking frost giants hunting whales and walrus aboard mighty longships. These curtains are like super heavy. They're hard to move, but you guys can slip through the gaps in between the wall and the curtain. They're made of some sort of very heavy-looking leather that's been dyed blue. And you see a very long hallway leading to a door a couple hundred feet away. Meanwhile, Lily, Thomas, and Than, there's a sleeping quarters. The rooms are lit by these blue glowing flames, and there are a couple of rooms here. Each one contains 4 massive hammocks, which are suspended between hooks on a central pillar and another hook on the surrounding walls. And there could sleep 8 frost giants here.
All right. I guess we start looking, right?
I'll start looking for secret doors everywhere in here. Or compartments.
Sure. Structurally, it wouldn't make sense for there to be secret doors. You could make a perception check though.
Giants don't seem like the type of people that have
False
secret doors in the
floors?
first place.
Yeah, you could make a perception check. Frost giants aren't known for secrets. It looks clear. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Suddenly, the door to the north starts to open. And we're going to roll
Can I
in it.
jump behind the wall? No.
It's suddenly, yeah.
Ah.
Whee! It's Norrin and Red.
Ah! I jump behind the wall anyway.
I cast banishment on Norin.
Oh man.
I like how you guys are just in like a frost giant's lair and you're just
It's a
messing
giant
around, sliding down the stairs and shit.
We both just scream at each other. Ah!
So where was the front door to this building we were in? The one we didn't go in.
To the
Yeah,
far
the big
east.
main
Yeah,
hall.
east.
Yeah.
This way?
There's one more door here.
Yeah, so this would face the interior of the iceberg.
Ooh, that's where we
Oh.
want to go.
So that's where we would want to go eventually.
Do you want to maybe try to get a little rest in, Norrin? You look a little rough around the edges.
I wouldn't say no to a little rest.
I think it's worth the
I
risk.
was going to suggest we go out the door that we know there wasn't anything outside of it, and then try something similar to that we did here to the first building we saw.
See see what's behind this door first, or is that just the back door?
I think that's the door that leads, he just said, to the interior.
Yeah. It's like
Are
the
we done with
inside.
this entire area before we move on, or no?
I think we've looked at everything.
All right.
Yeah, so
Well, should we try to find a quiet corner here and then hang out for?
Well, we can use these hammocks.
It's as good a spot as any.
is it?
Well,
Could all fit in one
at the end of
hammock.
the day.
I have heard about this story about some girl and some bears, but
Yeah, right? This is what's going through my head, too.
You guys shouldn't listen to Thomas's stories.
We're not even going to go up to, like, the second floor.
Second floor was outside. That's cold.
Alright, so you guys want to take a short rest here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You guys mill about here for an hour and nothing comes by during that time. It's just
Alrighty.
you guys in here. Just trashing the place.
We haven't broken anything yet, have we?
they wouldn't know if we tried.
Just a horn, right?
And 3 frost giants. You broke 3 frost giants as well.
Those technically aren't objects. But maybe they are now.
No.
There.
So you guys have done a reasonably good search of this entire building now. It's quite a large building.
Yeah, it is. So do we want to, like, exit to the exterior or the interior of the island? And then where do we want to head next? Do we want to, like, try to head to that building that we're next to? Or do we want to go somewhere else?
We have a door right here we're going to go through, I thought.
When we were up on the second floor with at the horn area, could we not
Yeah.
see into the further in, I guess?
No. The
Okay.
Curvature of the ice wall blocks out the interior. It's like basically
Okay.
a giant... Think of it as like a giant volcano.
Yeah.
Could we
that makes
reach
sense.
the roof of the building that was, like, to the sort of southeast of this one from the roof of the one we're on? They were off.
Yeah, you could climb along the ice wall, scale the ice wall to get to the roof to the other one.
I've got a feeling that's just another, like, there's
That's what I vote for.
going inside. I think whatever we're looking for is probably deeper in the mountain. Rather than an up front exposed, and that might be a fight.
But these guys don't live in caves, though. They live in houses, like the one we're in, literally. Like, I don't think we'd want to, like, go into the ice. I think we'd want to go into the houses.
I
Anyway.
think like the inside part of the iceberg. That's the part where our guys didn't want to fly over because they were pretty damn sure they'd get rocks thrown at them from there.
You gotta
so,
assume the Jarl's going to be in the most defensive position.
yeah,
Oh, he's not home.
inside.
You guys heard them saying that they were waiting for him to get back. Hopefully he's gonna catch them a nice tasty whale or something.
Do any of us
So-
actually speak Giant?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of us do actually.
Oh,
Dan does.
Um,
And
I sure do.
he thought they said elf instead of Jarl, but you're quite sure he's proficient in the language. He's fluent. He says he's fluent. But yeah,
That was wishful thinking.
in the brief moments that you heard them carrying on, they did mention that the Jarl was out and they're waiting for him to get back with a tasty
we need to
walrus or whale.
Elf?
strike while the iron is hot,
Wait.
so to speak, while he's not here.
where would he dock his ship?
If it's as big as the one that you guys are on, or bigger, you would imagine it's probably even bigger, being the Jarl. It's not going to fit inside.
In that case, they dock the iceberg to the ship, not the ship to the iceberg.
But I'm just thinking, if he's got the rune with him, like maybe
Does that
he's
mean we're
gonna-
in the ship right now?
Or maybe he's got quarters in here where he keeps his stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, I came back to the door you guys were at. Now you're not at it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why we're hanging out here still. Wait, what door? Where are you?
I see Rend.
We're in the north hallway. We were just kind of circling around it.
This
we're
is
going-
the door that goes deeper.
And that's where we're going?
That's where we got to decide.
I thought we were going through this door right here.
We can. Some people want to go that way. Some people want to go the other way.
Oh, there's another door.
Well, the one that, the front door, or the back door that we would have.
I jump onto the door handle.
Okay, you unlatch it.
I'll push.
Mush you,
Alright,
husky.
Make an athletics
Mush.
check. And I'll get a group stealth check from everyone, because as soon as that door opens, there's a frost giant about 70 feet away from you guys on a ship. And it's got direct line of sight to the door.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna just say,
Oh,
I
shit.
told you so.
You should be saying, oh shit.
Right now, what you're hearing is Lily say, "I told you so."
Did you say it quietly?
With
No,
very
you
loudly.
don't. You yell it.
I told you so, you stupid fucks.
Alright.
Oh, the owl too, huh?
So,
Lord Captain, you guys are killing us here.
alright. You're obviously spotted. So,
Well,
what it is this door, it's like
one of the handles.
it doesn't just like open to the backside of the lodge. It opens to a tunnel of ice. The back of the lodge is completely embedded in ice. And
Let's close the door quickly.
you you look forward, and I will move over to map for you guys so you can see the interior. Some of you will see it anyway. I'll move everyone over a little bit so everyone can see what I'm describing. There we go. So you're in a nice tunnel, and you're on the interior. You're looking out to the interior of the Svardborg. There is a massive ship that is docked in here. It's a couple of hundred. It's about 100 foot long. It looks like a some sort of sailing vessel, a great ship, which is. Sorry, not a great ship. It's like a kill boat. So it can be. There's a step down mast. There are oars. It's about the same size as a long ship for you guys. How long is it? 100 feet? 120 feet long. And there are two giants. They are just fixing up something in the ship. You just see them straight away. And one of them does turn his head around and spot you guys. Also, as in these
Sorry.
brief...
Where are we?
You're here.
Oh, there we are.
In these brief moments that you look out, you can see other frost giants working on other ships, and some large, they look like yeti. They're huge white-furred bear creatures, and some smaller humanoids as well, working with the frost giants. There's also a couple little punts here as well. So anyway, what do you guys do? This giant sees you, he turns around and... Huh? He
Shut the door.
He's got a clear line of sight. So it's up to Norin and Then to shut the door.
yeah. Not Roland. Norin will just in giant say, "You've seen nothing. Don't worry about it." Then close the door.
Alright, make an athletics check. It's harder to close the door because you're pushing on the door. Now you have to like grab onto the side and pull it.
Of course, I roll low.
Alright, make a dexterity check. Just want to see if you react quicker than the frost giant.
No.
Alright, you get it closed, but not before he picks up...
Man, when we fail, we don't fuck around.
he just picks up like a... What he's got? He's got like a spanner or something. He like throws that at you, Norin. Roar! And they are going to make their way towards you. It's the equivalent of a rock. These guys are good at throwing stuff. And luckily you still have your shield on, Norin, so you just hold up that shield, just clings against your shield.
See?
And You've
You
quickly
vowed never to think about removing your shield again.
quickly closed the door. Whoa! I can hear his voice yelling out though.
We're in quite the predicament here, so yeah. Guaranteed they're not just gonna let that go.
No.
So what do you
Okay,
guys
let's,
do? If he wants to reach you, he'll be at you guys like in a round, basically.
let's
Say, okay, Than, Hodor, and
Yeah, no, not this time.
I guess.
Are we
let's
just
start-
gonna bring them into the hallway with us and try to take them out?
Oh yeah, an enclosed space would be better. I feel like so.
You guys are gonna run down the long hallway or head into the room with the.
No.
I keep them in
We
the
don't want to head
hallway.
into the room.
they have
The
to come
hallway's
down
probably
the-
best.
Easier to defend a narrow space like a hallway.
Yeah.
I'll stay closer to the back of the group, as we're running.
Okay. And just be a moment.
Huh, I guess we're not giving chase.
Okay.
I guess they didn't see us after all. I think we're good.
They believed me when I said they didn't see anything.
We had a perfectly good entrance into another room.
Okay.
And that
so
will
here-
go to right now, Billy.
I mean, here's the thing. There's no way we could have known that there was something exactly on the other side.
I made a decent argument that there was probably something there.
Now's
there's
not the time, people.
Yeah.
Which way are we going? What's this? Is this a curtain?
Yeah.
It's just.
And this is the other door that where you were talking about?
Hide in the curtain.
I think the down here is the
Well,
front
it's
door, or the
it's the big
door
front
overlooking.
doors. And I mean, I don't know if we're even with our little party trick. I don't know if we're going to be able to get those open.
Oh, we'll get them open.
Well, it's not a bad idea to head upstairs either, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Oh, it's tough to move up there where mobility goes down pretty. And
I
we're
think
up
we
there
get-
in danger of
Only
falling.
in that one area.
Well, this area right
So
here.
these
is
are the
also
doors
nice.
here?
Climbing down from the roof is probably not as easy as climbing up was when no one knew we were here.
Right. So I wasn't so much saying the roof as I was in the second story of this particular building.
Can we see through the slit of the door at all here? Try
Hey.
to see if there's anybody.
They're kind of frozen in a little bit, like they're not like frozen solid, but yeah, the area is obscured. You'd have to open the door to look inside.
Can I hear anything past the door?
Make a perception check.
I'll guidance myself.
Alright, so you hear something. But it's not on the other side of the door. It's in this direction. Giant thumping footsteps coming in this direction.
Do I have any luck hiding in the curtain?
You can make a stealth check, Lily, to hide there.
Nope.
You learned from Hayu.
This is a huge room. I don't know if we want to be in this room.
Head for the stairs.
I'm just gonna give you guys one round to do something now, to react before they're gonna be upon you.
Stairs?
Yeah, I think we should go upstairs.
Yeah, you
What do
could
you guys think?
we'll take a dash action and get as close as you can. This is all slippery ice that you're standing on. So difficult terrain.
Is everything that has the white on it?
Yeah,
is
all
difficult.
this area, you're all standing in the difficult terrain.
5, 10, 15.
And you need to make
I moved
acrobatics
70
checks.
feet.
Everyone who moves.
Here.
Basically, everyone except Lily make an acrobatics check.
I can get out of the 35 feet to here.
Alright, difficult terrain as well, so Thomas, you're going to slip over, so you're going to be back a little bit. Lily, you're fine. You navigate around the slippery ice. And Ren, Norin, acrobatics checks.
Another
made
one?
it.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, you made one, sorry.
15.
Sorry, Jarek, you need an acrobatics check. Yeah, you're good.
I still got another 30 feet. From
Okay,
the finish.
I'm going to just roll initiative now. This is when the giants are here. Or you can move a little bit more if you need to. Alright, you guys start booking it for the stairs. But the giants are already here. Alright, 3 of them burst through this door over here. I don't know if you guys can even see them. 3 frost giants.
3 of them.
And there are others coming around, bursting up through the curtain to the north. And they are accompanied by a heap of these, they look like some sort of tribal warriors. Humanoids. They're accompanying the frost giants. And there's more coming from the south. Some more humanoids and a yeti and whatnot. There's a large number of giants that have gathered here when they are alerted to your presence. It's going to be a big fight.
Worst door ever.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
everyone except for Thomas is out of the slippery ice. And I'll just highlight in green the slippery ice for you guys. It's a little bit hard to see on the map. But this side of the green, slippery ice. Difficult terrain, acrobatics check if you move in it. And you're up first, Lily.
Okay,
There's giants
I'm gonna-
coming from both entrances, west and north.
Okay, I think what I want to do is... Well, I'll start with this as a bonus action. And then I think I will... yeah, let's... How tall, like, where these guys are standing?
How tall is the roof?
Yeah,
Roof is 30 feet high.
30 feet high. Okay. And then I'm going to check the range on this. Okay, so let's say I were to throw up a wall of force. 30 feet high means I could block. I'm just seeing right now if it's feasible for me to like block these guys.
Whereabouts? You mean the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, down here. I was thinking about like
from
drawing yeah. Would it be feasible to like draw a line like that or something to block?
You could block them. How high do you want it? Each is a 10-foot panel.
I mean, I'd want to block it so that they couldn't get past it. Hopefully. So high, however high that would be.
All right. Well,
Maybe up to the ceiling.
You've got 10 10-foot panels. So let's take a look. That would be well, you'd be putting them at least 30 feet wide. Otherwise, they'll be able to get around it.
Okay.
So that's
And then 30 feet up to the ceiling.
yeah. So that'll be 9 panels.
9 panels. Okay. Yeah. Let's put a wall of force up. 9 panels.
Okay. Alright, invisible wall appears in front of them. Yeah. I'll grab a template for that. 30 feet high. You've got an extra panel. Did you want to put that somewhere?
Yeah. Let's. I guess just let's jut it this. Yeah. Right here. I guess in the middle, sticking out.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter much. I did what I accomplished, or wanted to accomplish.
Jarek.
All right, looks like I'll be moving up the stairs. So 30 to there, then I'll continue to go up the stairs. Dash back.
Okay, to Cole. He's got his own turn order though, so.
Sorry about that.
Alright, it's difficult terrain to climb these stairs. Each stair is 3 feet deep, 3 feet high. So we've used so far 20, 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm
25.
right there. So if it's difficult terrain to go up these, then
Yeah, you get 3 squares more.
all right.
Dan.
So the only place they can come through is up by where Rend is, correct?
There are multiple ways they could get upstairs.
No, I meant into our room where we are right now.
Well, there's this door here. If they go around the back.
There are 3 entrances on this level. There is one around the side of the stairs here. There are the main doors, and there is the curtain.
But didn't Lily just put up a wall of force somewhere?
Down here.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm just not.
You can't see the wall of force, it's invisible.
But can't Lily tell us?
Oh, I'm sure I would be panic screaming it at you.
Okay. So you yell that out. You put a wall of force there.
Yeah, I told him I've got this way blocked.
Okay.
I will bless. Oops. Spell. Yes, this one. I'll bless Norin, Ren, and myself. And I guess that will be the end of my turn. Feel like oh no. Oh yeah, that's actually, yeah, never mind. That's the end of my turn. Why can't I? Where's my? There we go.
Alright, there are these humanoids wearing furs. They tote spears. They look like some sort of ice carvers or something. Obviously working with the frost giants, probably not of their own accord. And they're tribal warriors. They're going to skirt around the ice and they start screaming out with their bone spears, running towards people. Taking dash action. Another dash action. They don't look like much to you, Ren.
So we're going to try to bottleneck them at the stairs? Alright, yell out stairs? Question
Yes.
mark. Okay. In that case... Alright, so I'll move down there in front of Lily. So if they come around, can they come squeeze through that area right there? Right here?
Yep, you can squeeze into a space one size smaller. So they're 3x3 and that's a 2x2.
Okay, so I don't want them.
It would have to be like a size for one of you guys only for them not to be able to fit through. Like basically a 5-foot square. They couldn't fit through.
Okay, so I need to. Guess I'll position myself right there. And. Let's see, that was 40. Yeah. And. I don't think any of them can get to me to attack, so I won't rage this round.
You hear like a Chewbacca cry coming from the southwest corner of this lodge. The other tribal warriors are running forward with their spears. Hoodly, 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 they're saying. You hear giants are saying,
Can't get past here. Go round. Ah, there's a gap here. Throd, take a look, Dora.
they're just yelling out like the situation basically in giant. And here comes a giant. He's got a great axe drawn. They have bags slung over their shoulders. Patchwork armor. This guy comes running forward, and yeah, several loud thundering footsteps making their way towards you guys.
I thought I'd block that whole area off.
Yeah, they're coming around from the other side of the steps. Takal. Oh, he got the wrong icon on him. Invisible.
Alright, he's going to... I'm going to show you. He's going to fly to this space that goes up to the upstairs.
Okay.
And then fly up and get out of sight from the rest of these guys. Like, would probably come back like this way or something like that. Back to the same spot that he's at.
Okay, that'll be 30. And then I'll put him up on the other map, and then another 10. And did you want him to hide?
Actually, yeah, he's going to hide.
Okay. There's just the 3 dead giants up here. It's exactly the same as you left it. He does flutter around, making quite a bit of noise. Scrapes his claws along the side of the icy balcony as well as he makes his way there. Alright, some snow that these guys are trudging through. Hey.
I guess he will follow. Well, I don't know if you can see Tikal, but yeah, he'll head over here and then straight up to the second.
Okay. It's 40. And then, just like, do you want him to be obscured by the balcony?
That would be great.
Okay. And there are some like barrels or something. Do you want to like try and hide behind the barrels or something?
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Okay. He'll have to dash to get behind them, and then he can.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's very little chance of anyone coming up on him next turn. By next turn. Norin.
Let's see. Feet. Yeah, I'm not gonna dash. I'm going to throw a couple of javelins at this dude. I'm gonna rile him up a little bit.
Hit. Sink a javelin into his torso. And you hit him again. Direct hit. Straight into his chest. He snaps the javelin off by kind of wiping it with one hand.
Alright. What's my turn?
Thomas.
Feel a little exposed out here. Did those guys really say Hoodley when they came?
No. They have a look on their faces like they're coming to do you harm.
So tell them, fear the Hood. And might be good AoE burn downs. I'm on the ice and stuck in the middle, so I need to burn a spell. So I will quicken a. I will quicken a ray of frost at the front. This guy. Yeah. If it ever rolls. There it is.
It's a hit.
Look at that
It-
power roll.
Slams onto the tribal warrior's leg and turns the leg blue.
Deuce.
Then for my action, I'm going to dimension door to the top of the stairs.
Alright, roll on the wild magic surge table.
Right.
Alright, there's like a big trail of these pink butterflies and petals from the location where you dimension doored all the way up to you, Thomas. It's beautiful.
That'll make it easy to stealth. That's action bonus. They'll stay so I can shoot at the bottom of this.
Okay, Frost Giant. He steps onto the slippery ice. He stands up
them as much as it does us.
and he comes over here. And he's got the biggest bow that you've ever seen.
Oh fuck.
And he draws a quiver which makes it looks like it's made of a whale's rib bone, and it's a very rustic looking longbow, and you can like hear this the tension of this bow being pulled back on as he just knocks this enormous arrow the size of a ballista spear, and he lets it loose at them.
I said, please stop building this up. It's terrifying.
It just sticks into this pillar, and knocks another arrow. You can hear the tension on the bowstring. You imagine if one of these bowstrings snapped on you guys, it would deal serious damage. And he fires again at you, Than, and it hits for 18 piercing damage. And his turn there. Not sure why it made you two con saves, but just ignore that second one. You can hear some tribal warriors sort of calling out. They sound like Xena. And a couple of these guys have stood onto the slippery ice. Just doing some movement. And this tribal warrior. It's in the slippery ice. Alright, a couple more frost giants. They're getting a little bit queued up. The wall is slowing them down. And this frost giant is going to move up. He's going to go over the slippery ice. They can still slip. It doesn't slow them down though. Way too big for that. And let's see what happens. Oh, he slides across the ice. He runs up, standing over these tribal warriors, and he has this massive cast net. And he starts swinging it around on a rope, getting ready to launch it. And Norin looks like a catch of the day of those horns. He's going to throw this weighted net at you, Norin. It's at disadvantage though, because it's pretty far away.
Okay.
And it would have got you as well, but it gets kind of caught up on the table. And I think at the start of this round, we're going to end tonight's session. It's going to be a long battle. So it will continue next week on Lily's turn.
And maybe the weekend.
From what you guys count, there are
high hopes for us surviving that, Thomas.
there are 6 frost giants. It's nothing you haven't handled before.
Oh, we can take 6 frost giants.
Roderick's going to bust in through the front door next week and save us.
Everyone's going to look
Pull
over.
all his stuff. Yeah.
Roderick's going to be
Rhino
there with a
lion.
golden lion.
Like 6 lions, 8 giraffes, 4 zebras,
And an elephant. For
just
good
tossing figurines fucking everywhere.
He's going to have some sort of stone in his hand. He's going to be like throwing rocks back at them. Like, this is the rock for spiritual healing. He's going to throw it at one of you guys. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Guys,
Have a good
have
one.
a good week. Be safe.
Take care,
See you
everyone.
next weekend.
Bye-bye.